Tengo.
Yo, Blame, you mad at?
It's too late, you cannot have me back. I'm busy making money moves and dropping across the map. Me and my circle making hits that's not in just a snap. And all that new shit that we playing is just piled up scrap. Must be a Benz the way you bend in all the corners. Look for the ops can turn on days with the informers. All the normal, I'm better off with my one main.
Welcome everyone to a Project About Nothing, Season 1, Episode 1. I'm so happy to finally be here. I couldn't be happier. It's been a long time coming. It's been about 3 years in the making, 4 years in the making, but we're finally here, man. So I'm so happy to have everyone here. Got my dog Rocky Diggums here with me, dog. Co-host, brother, Wolfpack alumni, Wolfpack OG. We in the building, man. So again, just happy to have everybody's support throughout this entire process. It's been a long process, but I'm so happy to finally fucking be here, y'all. How you feeling, dog?
Feeling great, brother.
We here, right?
Yeah, let's turn up.
We finally fucking here, dog. I couldn't be happier to be here with you, bro. So, as everybody knows, we sports junkies. This is a sports show, but we do this shit for the culture, man. This is not for no likes. It's not for clicks. This is just for the people, dog. I just want y'all to know that. So, basically, the first thing we're going to touch up on is the Deshaun Watson situation. As everybody knows, he's been suspended 6 games for 25 civil lawsuits that have happened by 25 different women, claiming that he sexually assaulted them, flat out. So, it's some awkward shit to really deal with, but it's some shit that really goes down, and it's real life shit. So obviously, as we know, he's been suspended 6 games for that.
Yeah.
He got traded to the Cleveland Browns this past season. He signed a $230 million deal, 5 years, fully guaranteed money. Raghi, man, what you feel about these accusations, man?
Well, the accusations are what they are, accusations, but until they have like actual proof, we can't really say that he's guilty. But 25 accusations is a lot of accusations. It sounds more true than false, but at the end of the day, you know, the legal system, everyone's innocent till proven guilty, and I feel like everyone deserves their day in court. He had his day in court. They said, you know, from the evidence that he was. Did they give him an innocent plea? They just said they didn't want to persecute him. They never gave him like an innocent or guilty verdict. So, you know, no one will ever really know what really happened except the 2 people involved. And, you know, it's just hard to make a decision like that because you have accusations and then you have proof, which there is no physical proof because he'll probably be in jail right now instead of facing a 6-game suspension from the NFL.
That's the big thing. Like, if there was some physical proof, obviously he'd be dealing with a whole different situation, as we know. Like I said, he just got $230 mil. How you get $230 mil and you're not even playing the first year of your deal? Like, this is the first year of his deal, and he not on the field.
You know what that's called, brother? The Cleveland Browns. That's what that's called.
Hey, Cleveland Browns, hey, man. They got a top 5 quarterback, in my opinion, when healthy. Obviously, the Deshaun Watson situation is going to be ongoing. Sue Robinson is the arbitrator in this situation. Do you think the NFL, do you think they went and hired Sue Robinson to kind of save face? Or is this the right move?
I think ultimately she was meant to be the scapegoat. It just didn't work out in their favor.
Word?
Yeah, because I think they were hoping that the fact that she's a woman, that she would side more with these women telling their stories, and she would have more empathetic feeling into her ruling. But I think that she was going based off the laws of this country and, you know, the situation, whatever happened in court. And to her, she said 6 games. NFL obviously thought differently, and we're here where we are now.
I think Roger Goodell. There's something about Roger Goodell, man. I don't know if I trust that man. That's a different motherfucker right there. And I say that with all due respect, because Roger Goodell is the same person that gave Ray Rice about 3 games, I think, or 2 games. When he was before the video came out, though.
He was out of the league as soon as that video came out.
As soon as that video came out, it was an indefinite suspension.
Let's not act like he's somebody's savior or saint.
But the initial suspension was 2 games, was it not?
Yeah, I think. Yeah, it was
before the video came out.
Right.
Before the video came out, Ben Roethlisberger.
Yeah.
He had a situation, I think, back in 2008, 2009. He only got 4 games. And I think it got reduced to 2 games or something like that. So, obviously, you know, I think the Cleveland Browns, I think the NFL, they're trying to save face right now. by hiring an arbitrator to kind of save face and now.
Because at the end of the day, it's her decision. It's not really the NFL. They just hired her to play middleman, really. And now, if she would have went full, he should be suspended here, they would have said we support her decision.
Right.
But now, since it's not the decision that they wanted and the outcome they wanted, there's a lot of pushback, and now obviously they appealed it to suspend him for the whole season.
Do you think they should suspend him for the whole season though? Because that's the real question, right? I mean, 24 out of 25 lawsuits have been
morally
settled.
Morally,
but think about that. That's maybe, what I'm saying. Like 24 out of 25.
Yeah, by the legal standards, no, he should not be suspended for a whole season because there is no proof.
Correct.
But we all know how allegations work, brother.
Right. Is it more the social media vibe and the public perception? I think that's the real question.
mean, before this even happened, he was a pretty he was out of trouble. You never really heard anything about him.
That's why people love Deshaun, right? Because he was top 5. He was good in the locker room. He was a leader. He was all that shit.
He seemed like a great guy, and honestly, he still might be a great guy. You never really know. But
and he had a baddie as a Shawnee too. He had a baddie. We all love that. You have a baddie. You making millions of dollars. You're one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL. Why would he physically assault 25 different women? It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense.
When it comes to that, it's like, I don't think we can say because he has a bad female that he wouldn't assault a chick, because people got reasons for what they do.
Right.
And, some people just not right in the head. But as far as he goes, innocent until proven guilty. As much as anybody might want to say different, he went through multiple courts and they said they couldn't find any evidence to really prosecute him.
Correct.
So at the end of the day,
correct.
If you can't prosecute somebody, you gotta let him walk.
Yeah.
Now he has all these civil cases, which he settled most of them, I think, if I'm not mistaken.
Right.
And which I think once the allegation comes out, you're damned if you do, damned if you don't. Like, if you sit there and apologize and give all these people money and shit, they're gonna say you're guilty. If you don't, they're still gonna say you're guilty. They're gonna say you're a piece of shit. Or
you're not gonna win either way. Yeah. You're not gonna win either way.
He put himself in a bad situation by going to outsource all these women to get massages when you know for a fact you can literally go through your team or anyone to get a damn massage if it was meant for training purposes and physical purposes. But at the end of the day, like I said, I'm not going to say he's a liar, he's a rapist, whatever the hell you want to call him, but that shit looks crazy. No, especially when you're a professional, you're a millionaire, you don't need to call what's her face down the street on IG for a massage, bro.
Type shit.
You can get a professional massage
easily.
Like, I've seen clips, and I'm not gonna lie, like, I'm not gonna say he's guilty, but he looks guilty as hell, bro. Like, he looks mad guilty, bro. I just seen a clip 2 days ago during his proceeding when they were reading him.
That nigga do look guilty though. He looks guilty though. He looks guilty.
He looked like a motherfucker that was hiding some shit. But at the end of the day, if you can't call him out on a lie or whatever it is, bro, then unfortunately, you have to let it rock.
Right.
And at the end of the day, there's been plenty of athletes to get their name thrown through the mud for people who are seeking that fame or that opportunity, that 5 seconds, the money grab. So it's hard. It's a slippery slope with athletes. I think a lot of people want to believe them, but also it's like there's that power dynamic, bro. Like, there's a normal, regular citizen and some dude that's an idol to millions of people in the world or the country, and it's hard to go up against that because it's like, you just little old me, and then you got this guy that everyone loves and adores and entertains millions of people every weekend. Right. So who are they really going to believe at the end of the day? Most of the time, you're probably, unless the athlete or whatever has a personality that shows that he might be aggressive or something like that, you're always going to lean towards the athlete side. You feel me? Like,
right. Basically, last topic on the Deshaun Watson stuff. Obviously, how do you think the Brown season is going to turn out if the suspension stays at 6 games?
If the suspension stays at 6 games, they have a good shot still of being a contender as far as playoffs. I'm not going to say Super Bowl because they got Amari, but they lost Odell and Juice. And you have Nick Chubb and Kareem Hunt, but Kareem Hunt literally just sent a trade request a day ago.
As we all know.
And Kareem Hunt deserves to be a number 1 running back. He showed that he can be a number 1 running back. He obviously got into some off-the-field troubles, but he's shown that he can be a number 1 back, like, talent-wise. And I think if he gets another opportunity, he's not going to mess it up the way he did when he was with the Chiefs as a second, third-year player.
I think Kareem Hunt as well does deserve to be a number one running back in this league. But let's segue over to one of the biggest NBA players in the world, Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant has put the ultimatum on the Brooklyn Nets. Kevin Durant has said, choose me or choose Steve Nash and Sean Marks to lead your franchise, Joe Tsai. Joe Tsai did send out a tweet. He did send out a tweet basically stating he has the full support of the coaching staff of the Brooklyn Nets and looks to move forward and make the best decisions in the best interest of the Brooklyn Nets. That was a tweet by Joe Tsai. Let me ask you, man, if you're the Brooklyn Nets, you keeping KD, you keeping Steve Nash and Sean Marks. What are you doing there?
If I'm the Brooklyn Nets, I'm doing whatever the hell benefits the Brooklyn Nets.
All right.
I don't give a damn about what KD wants. I really don't. Because at the end of the day, he's shown over years that he's wishy-washy, bro.
Is he wishy-washy, though?
Yes, he's wishy-washy.
Is he
bro.
wishy-washy?
He was on the best team ever, like stat-wise and all that shit. He was potentially on one of the best teams ever to play basketball. And this man still did not feel fulfilled after winning 2 out of 3 championships. You cannot tell me that's not the definition of wishy-washy. And now that he's only been he's been in Brooklyn for 3 seasons, played 2 of them.
He played 2 of them.
And now that he can't get along with their star player that he asked for, because he signed before Kyrie.
He did sign before Kyrie, and he signed a 4-year, I think, $196 million deal.
Come on, bro.
We all know who Kevin Durant is. We all know who
the most sensitive, best player in the NBA.
However, and I'm telling you guys this in all seriousness, you say you would do what's best for the Brooklyn Nets. Is the best for the Brooklyn Nets keeping Kevin Durant or keeping Steve Nash and Sean Marks? What's the best for Brooklyn?
Honestly, it looks like a lose-lose regardless, because Kevin Durant is not happy there. He doesn't want to play there. I don't think that he's going to sit there and pout and throw games and shit, but at the end of the day, you never want someone in your organization that doesn't want to be there. You want people to have your same thought process and want the same going forward.
Think about this, though. Hold on. Think about this. Just let me ask you this question. So I got Kevin Durant's 4 games here from Boston, man. 4 games from Boston in this past series. You know they played Boston in the first round. Obviously, they got swept. All games were close, though, by the way. Just as a disclaimer. All the games were in single digits. They lost all games by single digits. So every game was close. It was a back and forth game.
Actually, did Kyrie play every single one of those 4 games?
He did.
Okay.
He did. Hey, just listen, though. I just wanted to tell you the numbers, and I just want to ask you what you think about them. So, obviously, the first game against Boston, he scored 23 points, shot 9 for 24 from the field, and had 4 boards and 3 dimes. So, he shot 9
That's
for 24.
That's not impressive for KD.
That's not good at all, right?
For
Obviously,
KD, no, that is
he
not
shot
impressive.
37% from the field.
That's
in that
actually
game.
terrible for
He was
KD.
a minus 13 in that game. Obviously, that wasn't a good game from Kevin Durant.
Okay.
The second game against Boston, game 2. So he scored 27. He scored 27 in that game, but he shot 4 for 17 and had 4 boards and 5 dimes.
And
so
how many points did he have?
He had 27 points. So clearly,
So he's a free throw king that whole game.
yeah, he went 18 for 20. He went 18 for 20. Hey, don't hate on a that could go 18 for 20 though.
Are
if
you
you go
really
18 for 20,
that?
that's lit.
Bro,
I'm just saying that's lit. If you go 18 for 20, that's lit.
Bro,
that's 90%.
he's one of the best offensive skilled players in the NBA. He should be doing 18 for 20.
I agree. I'm just saying.
That's like James Harden. No one's impressed by James Harden getting to the free throw line. Everyone hates that shit, bro. It's not real basketball.
All right, but let me ask you a question. Let me just hypothetically, if Joe Harris scored 27, that would be the best game he ever played in the playoffs, right?
Because he probably was dropping threes and doing all kinds of shit. Because he does not touch the ball the way KD does to be able to drop 27.
Correct, and I agree with that. However, Kevin Durant still put in 27 at the end of the day. He still put in 27 points. So even though he shot 4 for 17, which is horrible, it was the worst game of the series. That's 23%. That's pretty bad.
For someone who's supposed to be top 3 in the league, that's terrible.
That's
bro.
terrible. Bro.
Terrible.
I can't take this shit.
Not even like bad. That's terrible, fam.
It's bad. It's bad as fuck. I can't hate on that. However, again, I'm just telling you this because, fool, like, who else you gonna get to replace KD? However, man, this topic went another way, man. Third game, Kevin Durant went 16, 7, and 8, and then the last game, game 4, he scored 39, 6, and 7. That third game,
losing effort.
They all lost, and obviously he shot bad from the field. And just about every game, only that 16, 7, and 8 game, he only shot 11 shots and shot 6 for 11, so he went 54%.
Quick question: do you think that KD's still top 3 though? If he's playing like that in the playoffs?
we'll get to that later.
Yeah.
But however, these numbers, would you say this is the worst series Kevin Durant has ever played?
To my knowledge, I would say, yeah.
Right. So this is the worst series he's probably ever played.
Statistically, probably, yes, I would say.
Probably one of the worst series, right? So if Kevin Durant played one of the worst series of his life in the last year that he's played, obviously he's turning 34 this year, upcoming year, you wouldn't put your faith in him that he would have a better series next year, this coming year? Or would you put your faith in a third-year coach in Steve Nash that has yet to prove himself? That's all I'm asking.
I don't think it's fair to judge Steve Nash because since Steve Nash got hired, who was downplaying him the whole time? Kyrie saying, "Oh, we don't even need a coach. Why do we hire Steve Nash? We don't even need a coach. Like we got KD and Kyrie. We don't need a coach."
I can't even say shit.
Like let's be real. He came out of his own mouth, brother. So it's not what I'm saying. It's what he said. I feel like he sticks his foot in his mouth 90% of the time, but. You know, we're not talking about Kyrie, and
I think there's a lot of factors that come into that. I think the main factor obviously is the COVID-19 mandate that they had to deal with in New York, that didn't allow him to play, but that allowed visitor players to come play.
Yeah.
So obviously it caused a huge.
And
the James Harden.
I think that was a dumb procedure, policy, whatever rule, whatever you want to call it.
Oh yeah, that was
that was dumb.
That shit was gay.
But
however, I also think the James Harden situation played a huge factor. We all heard the rumors. James Harden getting cut back.
What do you think?
Well, the dynamic between him, KD, and Kyrie.
Oh yeah.
You know, James Harden came in out of shape. He came in after Kevin Durant got hurt that year. People forget, man. Last year, Kevin Durant, before he got hurt, they were second in the Eastern Conference. He gets hurt. They lose like 22 out of 23 games. They completely plummet.
Yeah.
And that's what brought Kyrie back, if people remember correctly. So, I think Kevin Durant should look at it glass half full in this situation with a team like Kyrie Irving.
I think if I'm Kevin Durant, I'm not playing for the Nets if Kyrie's there next year.
You're crazy as fuck.
And I know you're thinking that as far as like skill wise, but bro, let's be real. Every team he's gone to, bro, they do better without him.
He's gotten a ring.
They do better without him.
That's not true because he played with LeBron and he got a ring.
You just said it. He played with LeBron, fam.
And KD is
LeBron went to the Lakers and won a ring, fam.
All right, fine.
Come on, bro.
All right, let me tell you this: if Kevin Durant wins a ring with Kyrie Irving, can we say Kevin Durant is in the same stratosphere as LeBron?
I think we already say that.
But can you say that? But can you say that? Do you think they're in the same stratosphere now?
I feel like they are, but I still
were they always in the same
clear leader? Not always, of course not, because you know he had to prove himself.
Okay,
you know.
So ever since he got to Golden State, that's when he entered that realm. Is that what you're telling me?
No, he was already in that realm. It's just the trophies and the championships and the MVP solidified it. But that's really what it was.
He was sitting at the table. Was he sitting at the table? He was sitting at the table with Bron.
Think about the time when he won his championship. Who was top 5? He was definitely top 2 or 3 at that time.
What
it was him and Bron. No, when he won his first championship with Golden State.
Yeah.
He was the top 3 player in the league.
Correct. And that was 2017.
So he's always been in that stratosphere since after. I would say when he went up against Golden State and lost, that's when he was entering that. You know, that to the league, like he was that guy.
Okay.
Bron was still number 1, but he was like right there creeping on him. And Bron's not number 1 no more. I can say that as a Bron fanatic.
Right.
He's not number 1 right now. I can say that. But he's still, to me, he's still the most valuable player, but he's just not the best player. You know?
Okay. I'll take that. I'll run with that. We agree to disagree on that, and I can't even hate on that. But we're gonna transition. Obviously, football season coming up.
Yes,
we
sir.
in the 305. We're in the 954. You know what we representing. Miami Dolphins. Dolphins Nation. Dolphin Nation. Fin Nation, stand up. We love y'all. This segment is for y'all. So, basically, Miami Dolphins breakdown. It's big. It's big time.
You ready?
I'm ready, dog. I'm ready. This is we're going to tackle, obviously, what's been going on with the Miami Dolphins this year. A lot of new changes. Obviously, the running back core has completely changed. The biggest splash of the offseason, in my opinion. Grabbing Tyreek Hill, the fastest player in the NFL. One of the top 5 receivers in the NFL.
Probably one of the fastest people in the world.
In the world, by far. Shout out Usain Bolt, though.
I'm still waiting for that Usain Bolt race.
I fuck with both of y'all. But
I'm rooting for Tyreek, though.
I fuck with both of y'all. Tyreek, you my dog. So happy to have you here in the 305 and the 954 representing. Obviously, he's not the only pickup. Obviously, like I said, our running back core has completely changed with Sony Michel,
Literally.
Chase Edmonds, Raheem Mostert.
Our starting running back is probably 4th or 5th string right now from last year. So.
Correct. Miles Gaskin's still on the roster. It's just a pleasure to have. We still have Mike Gesicki.
He's a dog, though. He's a dog, but I don't know if he's gonna make the team. He's a dog.
Right. As we know, obviously training camp has popped off for about 2 weeks now, and the Dolphins are looking like they're going in stride. Tua looks great in practice. I'm hearing great things in terms of what he's doing 7-on-7.
Yeah.
With Jalen Waddle, with Tyreek Hill, with Gesicki. With the backs, they're all looking like they're coming into form. Obviously, there's a new playbook that they're all learning.
Yeah.
They have to get adjusted to. But let me ask you about the offense. What do you think the offense, and what do you think Tua specifically? What are your projections for him this year?
Projections. If we're talking stats, I see him eclipsing the 3,000.
Where?
But maybe like right over 3,000.
So we're looking at
just because I feel like there's gonna be a lot of yak plays, man. Like it's not gonna be a lot of air yards, but I feel like there's gonna be a lot of yak. And
you don't
get it twisted. He's gonna sling that shit too.
That's what I'm saying. You don't think he can get to the mid-35s?
The way that the offense is set up is set to just gas you with the run, just gas you. Then when you think they're gonna just keep running down your throat, he's gonna have Tyreek with the play action, bomb, done. Jalen coming across the fucking formation, done. And then you got Eric Ezukama.
Right.
He's looking like he's a rookie. He's looking great. He might just be that third receiver. He might pass Cedric Wilson. Because right now, as far as camp goes, I think he has the upper hand for that wide receiver 3.
Obviously, we have Cedric Wilson as well that we picked up from the Cowboys. That's huge for us.
Yeah.
As another speedster. We still do have Preston Williams. He's on the roster.
Right.
Obviously, we want to see if he could stay healthy. Liv Baldwin as well is on the roster. He's there. And obviously, like you said, Eric Aguzama, who's just making plays all over the field, man.
Yeah, he really is.
I think Tua can actually hit the 3,500-yard pass. The 3,500-yard pass.
Not just over 3K. He said he can hit it.
He could probably hit 35 on a good, maybe hitting 500 yards rushing as well if he can complement that with the rushing game. That would be amazing, man.
I think maybe 500 rushing, maybe a little over, but I think he can get some rushing yards for sure.
I mean, hopefully he can hit the 200
I think he'll be a better runner than Tannehill because I feel like when Tannehill was here, he had plenty of opportunities to tuck that shit and run. And I don't know if he was scared or he just didn't believe in his athletic ability, but because when he would take off, that was 20 yards off rip.
I hate Tannehill. But it is what it is, man. We're going to have to move forward. And I really want to discuss the Dolphins' schedule this year, man. Obviously, we want to see how they look this year, man. It's not going to be every single moment that we have a Tyreek Hill, a Jalen Waddle, and situations like that, man. So, hey, man, pull out the schedule. Let's go through it, bro. Let's see what we're looking at, man.
Let's do it.
I got a hot take for y'all. I got a hot fucking take for y'all.
It's going to be the Dolphins' record prediction. We're going to go one by one every single game.
This got me nervous, though. I'm nervous. I'm not going to lie, man. I don't want to look stupid out here. But this is what I think, man. And I'm telling you guys right now, the Dolphins will be a sleeper team in the AFC.
I think people are starting to wake up, but I think they're still a sleeper just because we haven't played a game yet. But I would say by week 6, everyone's going to be woke. Everyone's going to be up, bro. They're gonna see what it really is.
Week 6. Y'all heard it here. And I'm not even going to lie. We're going to have another episode way before then. So y'all gonna peep game. But week 6,
even though our schedule is front loaded, we're gonna get through these first 5. That's for sure. With a winning record, that's for sure.
Let's peep the damn schedule, y'all. Let's peep the fucking
week
schedule.
1, Pats at home, dub. We swept them last year. That's just a dub. They got worse in the offseason. I don't see how we lose that game.
That's a dub. Against the Pats, against Mac Jones, I'm hearing bad things about Mac Jones in training camp. That's a dub. Dolphins win that game. Week 2. Talk to me.
Week 2 at Baltimore. Me personally, I see that as a dub. I feel like we've kind of figured out Lamar a little bit, and everyone says that. But I feel like last year we really shut him down. We kind of exposed him. But we're gonna see what's gonna happen this year. But I have that as a dub as well.
This man's insane. I love him, but crazy. Lamar Jackson is the most dynamic football player in the NFL by far. Nobody can do what Lamar Jackson does on the football field. I got the Ravens winning that game 1-1 so far. Week 3, what are we looking at?
Week 3, at home versus Buffalo. If you thought my last take was crazy, you're going to fucking go crazy right now. I have us winning 3 in a row to start the season off. I feel like we split the series with Buffalo. We win one at home. They probably take away, but I'm very confident in this team. And I feel like the teams that always come out front running in the beginning of the season, they always fucking bite the dust early. And, you know, they have to work their way back into it. So, we'll see. But I have the Dolphins right now, week 3, 3-0.
Wow, man. Wow, dog. I'm tripping. But obviously, I have the Buffalo Bills winning that game. I think Josh Allen.
So we're starting off 1-2, brother.
We're starting off 1-2, but it's like you said, the schedule is front loaded. We're going against a former MVP, somebody who went toe to toe with Patrick Mahomes last year as well. So that's two of the most dynamic quarterbacks. And then you have a top 5, 6-ish receiver in Stephon Diggs deal with in that third game. So I gotta start off 1-2.
Diggs is a dog. Diggs is a
Diggs
dog.
is him. Diggs is him.
Diggs
is him.
He's him, but also fuck him. So
week 4, man, what we looking like?
Week 4, we're at the Bengals, short week away game. We're at Cincinnati. That's gonna be our first out of the season. I can say that confidently because short week. We're coming off a tough win against the Bills at home. Might be riding a little high. Might not be all there, up there. So I think we take an L in that game.
I can't deal with you today, dog. I can't deal with you today. Like, yo, I'm trying to tell you guys right now, nothing wrong with Cincinnati. I think, obviously, Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase, T. Higgins, and that entire crew, Joe Mixon, they're going to play well this year. I'm not sure if they'll make the Super Bowl, but they'll definitely play well this year. But they will take a drop this year. I think the Miami Dolphins get back on track in a short week. After losing 2 straight games, they beat Cincy. Wherever the fuck they're playing at, I don't give a goddamn. That's a Thursday night game, right? Short
Thursday night game.
Thursday night game. I think Tua shows up, shows out. I think Jalen Waddle has the biggest game of the year in that game Thursday night. I got us 2-2 going against Cincy. Week 5, what we looking at?
Week 5 at New York Jets. I don't think we need to say much. That's a dub. We could probably move on to the next week. I don't even have to comment anymore on that. But
I'm good off that as well. The Jets are fucking trash. Shout out my dog Coldster, Wolfpack OG, Wolfpack alum, Wolfpack
Jets
quarterback. Jets fucking are trash. Shout out Milf Hunter, smashing all the biddies. I ain't mad at it. Zach
He's
Wilson,
still
do your
whack.
thing. Do your thing, Zach Wilson. But just know, you ain't beating the Miami Dolphins. That's a fact. You're going 0-2 this year.
You ain't no real player.
You ain't a real. That's it. Dolphins 3-2 in my book. Going into that week 5 or after that week 5 match.
Dolphins 4-1 after week 5 for me. Then we're at home against Minnesota. I think that game's a lot closer than most people think, but I think we still come out with a dub. I think they just don't have enough defense or offense really to keep up with us.
I think they lost Anthony Barr in this offseason, right? To the Cowboys. I think obviously as well the Dolphins win that game. Tua does his thing, and I think the running game after losing Anthony Barr is going to be the biggest thing there. I think the Dolphins run over the Minnesota Vikings in week 6 and we win in week 6. Week 7, talk to me.
Week 7, we got the banger right here. Sunday night game at home versus the Pittsburgh Steelers. The return of Brian Flores.
Wow.
Turn of the biggest lame ever in Dolphins history. Biggest gook out there.
Can't take that.
I see us routing them. It might even be a shutout, bro.
I wouldn't be mad at it.
Trubisky, who is he throwing on, bro? What was it? Deontay Johnson? Against X?
Deontay Johnson.
Byron? Even Needham.
And that's the same Deontay Johnson that I think was 3rd or 4th in the league in drops last year. I'm not sure about that.
I didn't even know that. That's crazy.
He obviously he's a speedster. I'm sure he's.
I think he's a good receiver,
but
compared to what we got on defense, one receiver ain't gonna cut it, fam.
Yeah, I don't see
one receiver ain't cutting it.
With X, and then you have Brandon Jones, obviously as strong safety back there,
and Javon Holland,
dude, you're loaded.
Jerome Baker in the middle, Roman, bro,
those are veteran players on defense.
We didn't even talk about the D line. Let's not even start on the D line.
No.
Bro.
I don't even want to talk. I don't even want to touch on that. Obviously, we know what we have with Christian Wilkins and Raekwon Davis. I think those two guys are going to have monster years this year. Yeah. I think our defense are really.
I think so too. I think the D line was definitely going to take a step up.
Correct. I couldn't agree more. What week we on? Rocky?
I don't know the number, but next week at the Lions, at Detroit.
That's a dub.
I love this team coming in this year, but that's still a dub. The Lions team is going to show a lot of grit, but they just don't have enough talent.
I don't fuck with them. They got Dan Campbell on that team. As soon as
I love Dan Campbell. MCDC is the man.
I don't like Dan Campbell, dog.
You're gonna have to take this L, buddy.
I don't like Dan Campbell at all, man. We looking like we 6-2 in my book.
Looking like 7-1.
7-1 right there.
So then we're at Chicago. That's another dumpster fire right now. You know,
I think this is my take, man. This is my take. I'm sorry to cut you off, but that's a trap game to me. I think that's a game we lose. Is that in Soldier Field?
yes.
That's in Soldier Field. I
Bro,
think
they're trying to put a dome on Soldier Field. They don't know what the hell they got going on in Chicago, bro.
I don't know what the fuck they doing either.
They don't know what they going on. Do you see the mayor, bro? Looks like the mayor of Gotham City, fam. They don't know what the fuck they got going
Get
on.
a picture of the fucking mayor.
They
dog.
don't
I
know
even
what the fuck
that-
they got going on.
I don't even want to
bro.
know what this man looks
Come
like.
on, bro. It's
I
a
don't know what the
woman
mayor
at
looks
that. It's not a man.
I don't know.
So
what the
there
mayor
you
looks
go.
like of Chi- I don't know what the mayor of Chicago looks like. Shout out the mayor of Chicago. However, I think Justin Fields kills us that game. I think he runs Rob shot over us. I think he rushes over 100 yards.
Bro,
in
they
that
don't
game.
have a number one receiver. They don't even have a number two receiver, fam.
They do have Darnell Mooney. Show this man some love. Darnell Mooney can ball. Darnell Mooney can ball. I'm not letting that slide. I'm not letting that slide, Rocky. I'm not letting that slide. Darnell Mooney can ball.
Dog.
He can ball.
I didn't say he couldn't ball, but you think the defense that we got, half of our defense gonna have to be out for him to have a big game?
Well, I don't know about that. Because I said it's a trap game. There's trap games all over the NFL
You're
season.
right, you're right,
And
you're
I think
right.
that's one of ours playing in Chicago. We can beat Chicago. I'm not saying I'll be
Oh,
surprised
I think
if
we
beat
can
them.
smoke their ass.
I think we could
to be
beat
honest
them.
with you.
However, I think we're coming off a 4 or 5 game winning streak. In my estimation, the way I have the records looking, so I think after that Pittsburgh game, we fold to Chicago, go 6-3. Week 8, where we at?
Browns at home, baby.
Oh, fuck.
I say, this is my take.
I don't know what to do.
If Deshaun plays, I think we take a close L. If he doesn't play, that shit's a fucking landslide. I'm not even gonna. Jacoby Brisket, whatever the hell his name is, you're not surviving in Miami, fam. After what you did last year, be lucky if you even start, bro.
Well, you heard it here first, man. I got the Miami Dolphins winning that game, whether Deshaun plays or not. And that's only due to the fact that will be Deshaun Watson's second game back if he only serves a 6-game suspension. So who knows what the fuck will happen. I don't know what's going to happen. But we heard it here first. I got Miami Dolphins winning that game against the Cleveland Browns. Week 9, talk to me.
Week 9, bye week. It's a
Okay.
great, perfect time for a bye week. It's kind of the middle of the season. You can rest your guys up. And after the bye week, you know, we got a soft team. But it also could be considered a trap game. Because the Texans played a lot of teams close last year. They were trash. Don't get it twisted. But
Is that week
they
10?
covered the spread a lot. Yeah. And
I got us winning that game, though.
Oh,
got
I
us
definitely got us winning the game.
coming off a bye week. We're going to win that
Let's
game.
not get it twisted. They might be a trap game, but, bro, I'm throwing all my money on Miami.
Yeah, no, facts. That game is a
Slamming
dub.
Miami Dolphins.
That game is a dub. No doubt about it. I'm not even questioning that shit. That's Texans week 10. What we looking like week 11?
Next week, at San Francisco 49ers.
Jesus
This
Christ.
was a tough one for me.
This was a tough one, bro. Let
It's-
me break bread on this one
Go
first.
ahead.
This is my hot take of the year. I think Debo Samuel gets traded mid-year. However, it will only happen if they play bad, and I don't think they'll play bad. I think
I don't think so either.
they're gonna make hot take, and not a hot take, but a future take. I think they're gonna do very well this year. I'm not sure if they're gonna win the division or not, but they will make the playoffs this year. And I think Debo Samuel's gonna have another All-Pro year, and I see the Miami Dolphins still winning that game because Trey Lance will not be able to figure it out just yet. Not saying he won't be that, but I don't think he figures it out in time. I got Trey Lance losing to Miami Dolphins. Who you got?
Honestly, I was split 50-50 on this game, but I do have the Dolphins losing a close one,
Okay.
but I think it could go either way. And that's just more of like the whole McDaniels dynamic and also Trey Lance. Like, we don't know who he's going to be
Right.
at that. Maybe he's not even starting at that point. Maybe he
who knows
shits
what-
the bed and
who knows
doesn't
what
even
he is?
play that game.
Who knows what he is at
That
that
could
point?
literally be a walk down game, like where we just destroy him.
We
but
could just destroy them, but
they
let's
have
do
the
this one in
team
that
that they can make it far throughout the season, bro. I think they have the potential to make playoffs and actually just like last year, bro.
right.
You know, they had Jimmy Garoppolo, but I think with Trey Lance, that gives them a better quarterback as far as just athleticism and just everything, really.
That's all it take, man. I appreciate that. Next week, what we looking like?
We're at the Chargers.
I got us taking the L that game.
I also have a
I think obviously I think Justin Herbert is a dark horse for MVP this coming year. I think with Keenan Allen, Austin Eckler, Mike Williams, Khalil Mack at the defense. Joey Bosa coming back. That team is loaded with talent. Do they still got Brian Stanley as coach? Is he still the coach of that team?
I don't know if that's a good. I was gonna say I don't know if that's a good thing.
Tighten the fuck up.
I don't know if that's a good thing.
Stop going for it on 4th down on your own 30.
Stop reading analytics.
Stop
Head
doing
coaches. Stop doing that. That
Stop
shit
doing
don't
that
work.
shit. You're not Andy Reid. You're not fucking Andy Reid. Stop. All right? Brandon Staley, you have one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL.
You could have went to the playoffs on a tie, brother. A tie.
Remember that. So I got us losing that game against the Chargers next week.
I also have us losing that game next week. It's kind of 3 tough ones in a row, and they're all away games. We're at Buffalo. I have us taking an L, respectfully. What about you, brother?
Got us taking an L that game. Buffalo.
So both games you got us taking an L.
Yeah,
you
I think
think we
Buffalo-
get swept again?
Yeah, because I think we're going to get both games against the Jets this year. I think we'll get both games against the Pats as well.
That's just a given, fam.
I think we'll lose both games against the Buffalo Bills this year. I think Josh Allen's on an MVP tour. I think, like I said, Justin Herbert's a dark horse. But
I don't think
Josh,
he's a dark horse, if I'm being honest.
he's not a dark horse, but I think a lot of people consensus have Josh Allen winning the
Well,
MVP.
you're right.
Obviously,
Yeah,
getting to the
he's
Super
the
Bowl as
favorite
well.
for sure.
He's the favorite. He's like the Luka Doncic of basketball right now. He's just on the string with what he's got
Everyone's in
going on.
love with him right now.
Everybody's loving him after what he did his last game against the Kansas City Chiefs. That's the last time we saw him.
In a
right?
losing effort.
In a losing effort, however, it was a great game. It was a great game.
Yeah.
He put on a fucking great performance. The nigga threw like 4 touchdowns to Gabriel Davis alone.
No,
So
it was a great
obviously,
performance. I can't lie.
it was one of the best games we've ever seen, and Josh Allen's obviously favorite to win MVP. So I see us losing both games against Buffalo. What's next week looking like?
The week after that, we got a home game. One of 3 home games that day. Christmas Day against the Packers at home in Miami.
Oh my god.
The 305. I have us taking a dub that day.
Yes, you heard it here. I love Aaron Rodgers. That's my guy. 2-time MVP, 2-time reigning MVP. He will lose in Miami that week. I completely agree with you. Losing Devontae Adams has completely revamped that roster. I don't know what they're going to do, man. I don't know what they're going to do. I have no idea what they're going to do.
Unless they could run the ball down everyone's throat, that offense ain't doing much, brother.
Obviously, looking at our schedule right now, I think that Green Bay game is a big game for us.
It's a huge
It's a huge game at home. We need that. That's towards the latter part of the season.
And I think with the team we have now, if we're healthy, we could definitely beat that Packers team.
We have to beat that Packers team
If I'm being honest,
we have to win that.
With our team fully healthy, I feel like we could beat any team. On paper, we could beat any team. It's all about putting it together and showing up every Sunday, Monday, Thursday.
We could beat
whatever.
any team. Talent-wise, we could beat any team.
Exactly. Talent-wise,
And obviously coaching staff. I want to see what Mike McDaniels is as a head coach.
He's obviously a first-year coach, so we'll see.
I want to see what he does. I want to see what he does. Next week.
Next week at New England. I'm just gonna go ahead and say that's another dub. I think New England took a huge step back this offseason, and they haven't made any really big free agent acquisitions, or they didn't really get anybody noticeable in the drafts. But we all know how New England works. They're not the big name guys. They're kind of like one of those Spurs teams or Golden State that they're trying to get everybody homegrown, and they're trying to draft all the talent. But honestly, their last 2 drafts have not been good. Besides Mac Jones, which I'm not sold on Mac Jones, but besides Mac Jones, I don't really remember anyone worth remembering that they've drafted in the past 3 to 4 years.
I don't either. I got us taking that easily. Like I told you guys, I think the Dolphins will beat the Pats both times this year. I think the Pats will regress. And I also think this will prove that Bill Belichick does not deserve all the credit for those titles. Or 50% of the credit.
I think it's been proven already that he doesn't deserve most of the credit.
Hot fucking take. You heard it here. So we both got us winning that game. What
Yeah.
we looking like next week?
Then we're at the Jets at home for the last game of the season.
I told y'all what.
That sounds like a playoff party to me.
I told y'all what the fuck would happen.
That sounds like I'm going to be turning up at the Hard Rock Stadium getting ready for playoffs.
Code, you better be with me. Because I swear to fucking God. We taking shots.
Code.
We taking shots at the demise of the Jets. They will trade
We
Sam
did last
Wilson.
year. We can do it again
We
this
could
year.
do it again this year, bro. And we got a better roster.
Let's make this a routine thing.
I'm not worried about it, bro. I'm not worried about it. So long story short, obviously we got the Miami Dolphins doing very well this year. Looking to capitalize on all the offseason moves that we made.
What's your overall? What is it? Predict? I have 12-5.
I think I have
I think you probably got us losing like one extra game.
one extra game, going 11-6 that year. But also, you're gonna hear a hot take. What I got with us with that record.
Uh-oh.
But we're gonna. transition, dog. We're gonna transition, dog. Obviously, so
Yeah.
much topics to talk about, man. We haven't done a show in so fucking long, bro. It's too much things to fucking talk about. But so many things have happened. The NBA season just passed a couple months ago. As we know, the Golden State Warriors won the NBA title.
Yes,
So
sir.
we're gonna kind of dive in and talk about the top 10 players coming into this season, bro. According to NBC Sports, which was, in my opinion, the best list that they had.
You think
Still
it was the most unbiased?
Not only that, but I think it was the most accurate. I think it had most of the players that were supposed to be on the list, and they had it at somewhat the correct order.
Gotcha.
Now, I'm not sure if that's, totally true. It's all opinionated, but in my opinion, I think they got it the closest they could. So, top 10 according to NBC Sports, they have 10 at 10 is John Morant. They have 9 Kawhi Leonard. Number 8 is LeBron James. Number 7, Luka Doncic. Number 6, Jason Tatum. Number 5, Joel Embiid. Number 4, Nikola Jokic.
He should be higher.
Number 3, Stephen Curry.
Also should be higher.
Number 2, Kevin Durant.
Should be lower.
And Giannis Antetokounmpo, number 1. So they have number 1 as Giannis Antetokounmpo as the best player in the NBA. Well, I guess first things first, man. How you feel about that list?
I think for the most part they are mainly accurate. They could probably change a little difference in the seedings if we're going by 1 through 10.
Okay.
But I think for the most part they do have the 10 best players for the most part.
Really? You think they got the 10 best players in the NBA?
For the most part, yes.
Okay.
I think they covered most of the even the casual fans would know about. You feel
right.
me?
And this is where I'm gonna get a lot of slander on this shit, and I'm sure I will. I'm sure I fucking will get a lot of slander on this shit, but I don't give a fuck because I'm trying to tell people right now the best basketball players are that can do shit that nobody else could do.
Like who?
I'm gonna go through my list and you tell me how you feel.
Go ahead.
So these are my top 10 players coming into this year.
1 to 10?
I'm gonna go 10 to 1. So I got
Okay.
number 10 at Jason Tatum. I think Jason Tatum obviously had a huge leap this year. I think he entered the top 10 after what he did this past season. I got number 9 at John Morant. I think John Morant will win MVP next year, or he'll battle it with Luka Doncic next year.
I can agree with that.
For MVP honors, I think the Memphis Grizzlies are also going to take a step forward in terms of the standings in the Western Conference. Number 8, I have Kyrie Irving. Kyrie Irving is the hottest take that people know me for, is my favorite basketball player. And Kyrie Irving is literally a walking artist. I think Kyrie Irving does things that nobody else can do. I think Kyrie Irving is the only player to score 60 points in 30 minutes. He's the only player to score 60 points on 30 shots. Kyrie Irving is one of the most efficient scorers in the NBA and a player that may not have the intangibles that people look for, but he has.
As far as what? What do you?
Well, obviously leadership. He's not a leader. He's not a leader. He's not a leader. He's not a leader. But that's my dog. And I'll tell Kai that to his face, like, dog, you gotta tighten the fuck up. There's certain things you gotta do.
Do you think that hinders his game at all, though?
Clearly not. I think Kyrie Irving. People forget the first game he played in Indiana after missing 6 months this past year.
Yeah.
He came in and dropped 22 points and had 4 or 5 boards. There's probably 5 players in the entire world that cannot play basketball for 6, 7, maybe 10 months and come in and drop 22 points in an NBA game. There's not many people that can do that, ladies and gentlemen. I want people to understand that. There's a handful of people that can come in without playing basketball, a professional game against professional players, and come in and drop 22 points and hit game clutch shots, games that are shots that actually are meaningful shots in a regular season game. I think Kyrie Irving is the 8th best basketball player walking the earth today. I think I got Joker at 7. I think Joker, obviously...
I thought you would have him a little higher.
Joker to me is overrated. That's my hot take. He's overrated, family. He's fucking overrated. I think Nikola Jokic, there's things that he's incapable of doing. He's not an athlete. He's not athletic.
As far as what, though? Like yamming? Like dunk?
When
Bro, he's 7 feet. He don't got to dunk over nobody,
But
bro.
dog, Giannis is almost 7 feet. KD is almost 7 feet. They have sort of
weight. But look at them. They're all scrawny compared to Jokic.
Giannis. Giannis is fucking.
Giannis is
swole.
When he came to game, he was looking like you, brother. He was not looking swole. Let's be real.
I've been hitting the gym too, y'all. But however, he's not better than the 5 guys I'll name. So I have Joel Embiid right over him at 6. I think Joel Embiid is a better Big.
You were just talking about athleticism, and you're gonna tell me if
Joel Embiid is more athletic.
How so?
This man
How
will
so?
dunk on you and can actually
He's
run.
stronger. He's not more athletic, bro. He's
Yes,
just stronger.
He
That's
can
it.
He can jump higher than
This
Jokic.
man-
He can run faster than Jokic. He can do things that
I don't
Jokic
believe
can't
that.
do.
They're both slow as shit.
Nah, you
They're both
tripping.
slow as hell.
This
They're
tripping.
both slow as hell.
This tripping.
They got long strides. That's why they make it up and down that basketball court. 'Cause they both slow as fuck.
Nah, dog.
If you ever see a fast break, Embiid's the last motherfucker coming down the fucking court.
But he will also run a fast break. Joel Embiid can run a fast break. He can
So
be in the
can
middle
Bam
of the floor.
Adebayo.
Bam Adebayo, I hear that. I hear that. But he also doesn't have the offensive skill set that these guys have. He should have that shit. But he don't got it.
He don't got
should
the
have it.
three. That's about it.
But he should have the offensive skill set where he's the primary option on offense, which unfortunately he's not. Shout out Jimmy Butler though. I fuck with you. But I have Joel Embiid at 6. Now my top 5. This is my
Okay.
top 5, and this is why
I gotta hear this. I'm not even gonna stop you. Go ahead.
I got Luka top 5. Luka's at 5. I got Braun at 4. Giannis at 3. KD at 2. And Steph is the best basketball player walking the planet Earth today after getting that 2022 Finals MVP, 2022 NBA champ, 4-time champ, the best shooter to ever live, broke the 3-point record. Too many shit we can say about Steph Curry, man. He's a fucking GOAT, one of the best players to ever walk the earth. But we want to transition back to football. Football season's coming up, right? So we kind of want to set some predictions for this year. Who you got winning each division, and who you got making a wild card this year?
I would say for my NFC predictions,
Yeah, man. NFC.
this is not by seeding, ranking. This
Yeah,
is
yeah,
just
just
my 4 division winners. for
4
the
division
NFC.
winners, and give me your 2 wild card teams as well.
Well, it's 3 wild card teams now. So
Oh, it's 3 wild card teams, dog.
you throw an extra little juice in there now, bro.
Dog, are you kidding me?
That means extra parlays for the season.
How the fuck?
Extra parlays.
I'm an idiot.
So for my NFC division winners, I have the Rams, Packers, Bucks, and Eagles. I think
Ooh.
besides the Eagles pick, I think most of them are favored to win their divisions because
I don't know about that Eagles pick, fam. I'm nervous for you, dog.
Why.
I just think I think somebody's going to Dallas. Whether it's
I
Odell, whether it's Larry Fitzgerald might come out of retirement. Something's gonna happen with the Dallas
Yeah,
Cowboys
sure,
because that's just
bro.
what they do.
Is that a thing lately? Fitzgerald trying to come back?
No, I don't know if that's a thing or
Oh,
not.
okay.
I'm just saying Dallas is liable to get somebody, man. Unless Noah Brown ends up becoming this fucking savior and Michael Gallup comes back as a great
Michael
number
Gallup
2
ain't coming back till week 9, bro.
till week 9 clearly.
CD will definitely be the number 1 receiver on that team. I can give you that.
Yeah, he's got to be the number 1 receiver. He has no choice.
But as far as that goes, the only thing I think the biggest thing going against the Eagles is really history. There hasn't been a repeat winner of that division in maybe 15, 16 seasons. So that's the biggest thing going against them because they won last year.
Wow, that's
So-
true.
Yeah, they won last
They
year.
did win last
Yeah,
year.
because Cowboys didn't even make it to the playoffs.
Correct.
So
Oh no, they did.
did they?
They're the one who played the Niners.
You're right. My bad. I'm
What-
sorry. That actually goes against the Cowboys because now that I think about it, the Eagles were a wild card team. They got smacked by the Bucks.
They got smacked by
They
the
got smacked by
Bucks.
the Bucks, which was expected. But I think that actually works in their benefit now. You know that we got the facts straight.
Yeah.
There has literally been a different winner of that division for 16 seasons, pretty much since I could remember watching football. Because the Eagles were my second team. Like I would say since I was like 9 years old. I made a bet with my stepbrother's dad. The Eagles would win the bowl, and they went to the Super Bowl that year against the
The Patriots.
No, the Patriots.
When they had Donovan McNabb,
As
T.O.
a matter of fact, scratch
Shout
that.
out.
They lost to the Panthers in the NFC Championship. And then the next year, they went to the bowl against the Pats with T.O. with the broken leg incident and whatnot. Still balled out.
That boy
And
had
man's a dog.
8 for a buck 19. Shout out T.O., baby.
Put
I
some
love you,
respect on
dog.
that man's name.
I love that nigga.
He
First
might
ballot.
be a little crazy, but he's
Should have been
one
first
of the
ballot.
greats. He's one
Should
of
have
the
been
greats.
first ballot.
Should have been first ballot. And y'all know y'all did that man wrong.
So let me hear your NFC division winners again one more time.
Okay, so I would say NFC division winners. I got the Rams,
Okay.
Packers,
Okay. I got
Bucks,
those.
and
Okay.
Eagles.
So we differ on that because I got the Cowboys winning that division.
Got you.
But my NFC I
I
have
think that one's kind of 50-50.
that was 50-50. I got
Because that
Packers,
division-
Rams, and Bucks obviously winning those
and that
divisions.
division is very weak. It's extremely top heavy. Most of the time, it's only 2 teams competing in that division every
Right.
year.
Right.
So it's usually who's the best of the worst.
Hot take.
So-
Hot take. Hey, even though
There's been a lot of seasons where that team's had a home, or that division has had a home game with a losing record. So,
right.
I don't want to get too fucking ahead of myself either.
What about your wild card teams? What are your 3 wild card teams, man?
Wild card teams.
And the NFC.
Interesting take. Because
And
I
the
got the
NFC.
Rams winning their division, but that division is also very loaded.
Correct.
So I have the Cards and the Niners.
Me is
2 of those 3 wild card teams, and then it's funny because my co-host was just talking about this. I have the Cowboys as the last wild card team. They're not winning the division, but I think they win enough games to make it to a wild card because
so you got 2 NFC East teams making the postseason, man. Yeah.
I think the NFC is very top heavy,
Okay.
and I think a lot of teams that aren't that good will be able to make it into the wild card. Unlike the AFC, that's very loaded.
Yeah, AFC's fucking loaded.
It's just honestly with the AFC, I wouldn't be surprised if all my predictions are fucking wrong that I'm about to say.
No,
Because that's just how crazy the AFC is this year.
So what are your 3 wild card teams in the NFC, man?
The NFC was the Cardinals, Niners, Cowboys.
So the one thing I don't like about that is I think personally I have the Saints making the wild card this year. I think the Saints.
I was back and forth with
I
them.
think Jameis is actually going to show up this year. I don't know about Michael Thomas.
I mean,
but
before
think
he got
Jameis-
injured, they were 5-2 with Jameis Winston.
I think Jameis
And
Winston
that's
with
without
Alvin
Michael
Kamara.
Thomas.
I think with Alvin Kamara as well coming back, he's going to have a revenge season.
Well,
I think he'll play well.
Honestly, with the Kamara situation, was he out 4 games?
Yeah.
The first 4 games?
First 4
I think
games.
they have to win at least 2 of those 4 to be able to stay in the race to
Now
for the playoffs and all that seeding and whatnot. Because
I just don't think that. I don't like the Eagles, bro. I just don't like them. I like what Devontae Smith showed me last year. I love the pickup of AJ Brown. I just love that pickup. It's huge. It's huge for them. I mean, how the fuck you don't get AJ Brown? I think AJ Brown could be potentially a top 5 receiver in the NFL.
I think he was working his way up there.
He's potentially
before
up
he got
there.
traded.
But Jalen Hurts, man. Jalen.
If we're being real, I think Jalen Hurts' biggest issue right now
I
is
want
just
him to be able to succeed.
just his
dog.
decision making, because he has the traits to be a good passer, a good runner, just a good quarterback all around. It's
Right.
more about just decision making. I feel like most of the time with quarterbacks, it's not being good enough. It's just making the right throws, making the right reads.
Right,
putting yourself in a situation to win games and not to have to fucking come back and win games. Cause
Yeah, I agree with that. I agree
the
with
hardest thing to do in the NFL is to win a game.
that. Is
bro.
win a game.
Like,
Yeah, that's why there's only 18
it's a physical
weeks.
battle for 60 minutes, bro.
That's why it's only 18 weeks, bro. Every game is important. Every game is needed.
Every single game.
Every fucking game. So we'll transition to the AFC, man. Obviously, we'll touch up on our division winners and our wild card teams for the AFC, man. This is where shit gets dicey. Obviously, I don't want to take too much time on it, but obviously there's gonna be a lot of back and forth here. I expect it. There's too many teams that's loaded in the AFC.
Yeah.
So many question marks in the AFC. So tell me, man, who are your division winners in the AFC?
That AFC West is definitely loaded, but I would say to start off, my division winner is going to be the Bills.
Oh.
Which, it's a slippery slope. I'm a huge Dolphins fan, but I'm just going with the proven commodity right now. Because, every year we say we're going to do this, we're going to do that. And, it always, for a Dolphins fan, we hear that shit every year.
Okay.
Every single year. Because we're never bad. We're always mediocre, I feel like. We might have a couple bad seasons here or there, but I feel like we're always average, and that's what's kept us bad for so long. Because we're not bad enough to get good players, and we're not good enough to fucking win games.
Right.
So, I think this year's going to be a huge turnaround. We can only wait and see what really happens. But
Okay.
for now, I have the Bills winning the division.
Okay.
Then I have the Bengals. I feel like that's also give and take. I think it's going to depend on how well Lamar plays with the talent that he has, because Hollywood did leave. They didn't really get any new acquisitions that I could think of.
They got Rashad Bateman coming back. I think he's going to be huge for them, bro.
I mean, we have to wait and see what he does, because he was a rookie last year. So, you can't really expect too much out of rookies. You want them to ball, but you can't really expect them to get the game and grasp it 1,000%.
Okay.
But so I got the Bengals winning that division just because I think they're finally seasoned, and a lot of the players know what it takes to get there. They didn't win, but they know what it takes to get there at least.
Right.
And then I got the Colts winning their division. I think it's also gonna be a close one between the Colts and the Titans, because that division is very top heavy as well. The Jags, until the Jags show me something, I can't even think of them being even a wild card team.
No. I think Jacksonville's is a couple ways away.
Yeah, I think they might still be a few years away. I love the Trevor Lawrence, as their quarterback, but until they get some real talent on the offensive side of the ball and beef up the defense, then I just see them being below average, not even average.
Fuck you, Urban Meyer. Fuck
That
with my dog.
That guy's a weirdo, fam.
Fuck
That guy's a
my dog.
weirdo.
You fuck with my dog, man.
Like-
Stunting Trevor Lawrence's growth like that.
Like,
You didn't need to go out there. If you want to go out there and sit on another girl's lap while you got a wife
Yeah.
and take a private jet back.
I think Urban Meyer is someone we
Dude,
could
that
probably
shit's
talk about
somewhere
for
else,
hours, fam.
yeah, we
But
can talk about that shit for hours.
we're
man.
not gonna waste our time with that guy.
Oh man, so what about the AFC West, man? Obviously, that's the big one. That's the one we gotta.
That was
really
the
break down.
toughest one because out of that whole division, you won't know what that division is until they play.
Unfortunately, I got two teams not making the playoffs in that division.
Yeah,
I
I only took one not making it because I think they're just too loaded, and I don't see what other team
got two teams.
so far. I don't see what other team could really compete with that division.
So who you got?
besides-
So who you got winning that AFC West, bro?
I got by the thinnest of margins. I got the Chargers. I think whoever wins that division is gonna be by like half a game, maybe.
Yo, that's
half a
the,
game to one game.
That's the spicy one, dog.
Like, because Herbert, I like Herbert because I'm actually an Oregon fan. Like,
Right,
I love UM to the death. Like, that's always gonna be number one. But my brother put me on when I was like in middle school to Oregon when they had Dennis Dixon, Jonathan Stewart, that crazy roster. So, you know,
that was a roster back in the day. Bro.
Yeah. So, you know, I've always looked at both teams heavily since I was like 13 years old.
Okay.
And I've always looked at Justin Herbert, Mariota, all the quarterbacks. I thought Oregon had some of the greatest quarterbacks. They just didn't really pan out in the NFL.
Out in the NFL,
You
right?
know, Mariota is he's getting his shot again
in Atlanta.
in Atlanta.
Shout out Marcus Mariota.
Shout out, Mariota. And Herbert, I think he's great. I think he just needs to stop making the mistakes. You know, those rookie mistakes.
I think some of that falls on Brandon Staley as well.
I think
Brandon,
so, too.
I think Brandon Staley's too much analytical, too much crazy stuff, too much trying, too much
by
trickery.
numbers instead of just going by the flow of the game.
You have two
and shit.
great receivers. I think Keenan Allen and Mike Williams are both great receivers. And in their roles, I think Mike Evans is a great number 2. Keenan Allen's a great number 1. Austin Eckler in the backfield is great.
Williams is basically a borderline number 1.
Correct.
Being real.
And so if you put him at the number 2, obviously he's one of the best number 2 receivers that we have in the NFL. And I agree with that. So before we get into the wild card, I do have the Finns winning the AFC East. Hot take of 2022: the Miami Dolphins will win the AFC East.
I hope it comes true.
I just see it, guys. I see it. I see what Jalen Waddle, Tyreek Hill, Mike Gesicki, and the running backs we have with Mike McDaniels. I really think that Mike McDaniels has the pulse of this team, has the pulse of this roster, and I really think he'll excel with some of the players we have. I think Tyreek Hill is going to take more of a leadership role on this team as well, really take them under their wing, show them how he did things in Kansas City and how that can project moving forward. I have the Ravens as well winning the AFC North over the Cincinnati Bengals. I think Lamar Jackson is here to stay and will prove that he should be one of the highest paid quarterbacks, if not the highest paid quarterback in the NFL. That's why he hasn't signed. Shout out Lamar Jackson. Shout out the crib.
Shout out
Boynton
the crib.
Beach.
Don't think I don't love you.
South
just 'cause
Florida.
I picked the Bengals.
Yeah, man.
Don't think I don't love you. Fucking love Lamar. That boy,
Lamar's my dog, man.
homegrown baby. We fuck with you
Homegrown.
heavy.
We fuck with you heavy,
Come to the
dog.
Dolphins if this shit don't work out.
Oh, yeah.
Please.
That's big.
Please.
If they don't pay you and Tua shits the bed, come here, dog, because
Please,
we love
baby.
we love you here, dog.
We'll take you all day.
And I got you winning the division. I think Ravens will finally come through. Obviously, they still have John Harbaugh there. They have the staple there. They have Lamar Jackson there. Mark Andrews there. I think they'll
that's
get
a great
winning.
organization as well.
Of course. AFC South, which I think is up there, obviously, with the NFC East as the worst division in football. I think Tennessee is going to run roughshod over that division.
You think so?
Yeah. I
You don't think the Matt Ryan pickup did much for them? You gotta remember remember, Tennessee ain't the only team in that division that can run the ball now.
Obviously, with
They
Jonathan
ain't the
Taylor,
only team that can run the ball now.
Jonathan Taylor, obviously, and obviously that offensive line is top 3 in the NFL with Quentin Nelson leading the way with that offensive line.
Quentin Nelson, top guard in the league.
Correct, by far. I just don't. I don't trust Matt Ryan, man. I don't think he's been the same since 28-3.
You think so?
I don't think he's been the same. He hasn't been the same since 28-3,
I mean,
dog.
but if we're being real, I think after that Super Bowl, it really was a gut punch to all of them.
But has he shown up since then?
I mean, but he hasn't had as good of a team since that Super Bowl.
Right. Yeah, and
Because I would say after that season, Devontae Freeman pretty much went down in all categories. Julio, the same thing. We've seen what he did in Tennessee. He's very injury prone. And it's sad because I think he's a great talent, bro. Like, he's one of those talents, like, if he could have stayed mostly healthy throughout his career, he'd he probably would have blew everyone out the water as far as statistical categories.
Right.
And just everything, period. Because even in the Super Bowl, he had a great game, bro.
Yeah, he played
great. He balled
played
out.
great until the 28-3 collapse, obviously.
Yeah,
But some of that goes on Kyle Shanahan. Not to blame. And we got to point
I
fingers.
think most of it goes on coaching because there's
goes
no
on
way in the
Shanahan.
Super Bowl you're giving up a 25-point lead going into half, going into the second half.
Yeah, Shanahan was calling
Like-
the plays. Dan Quinn was the defensive mastermind. They both kind of faltered, and obviously we know what happened there. But the last conference, the AFC West, the most loaded conference in the NFL this year, I have the Chargers as well, just squeaking out. I think Justin Herbert, like I said, is dark horse MVP. I think Keenan Allen will make first team All-Pro as well as one of the best wideouts in the NFL this coming year. Now, wild card, man. Who you got your 3 wild card teams, bro?
My 3 wild card team. Let's start this thing off.
This is big time, man. This is huge.
First wild card team, like I said, this is not really by rank or seeding, but I got the Finns.
Okay.
And I really do think we're gonna make the playoffs this year, whether it be division winner or wild card.
Okay.
I think our team is just too strong. Like I think we got too much talent, and hard work always beats out talent. But the talent that we got is a bunch of dogs. Bro.
Yeah,
it's not like a bunch of divas.
Yeah, it's niggas that want to work and guys that are somewhat proven.
Yeah,
Raheem Mostert is proven.
For the most part,
exactly, they're all for the most part proven.
Yeah.
The only one that's for sure proven that's stamped is Tyreek. He's the only one that's stamped. He's the only one that's stamped.
Super Bowl.
Jalen Waddle, as great as a rookie year Jalen Waddle had, obviously he's it's only 1 year. You could be a one hit wonder.
And to be honest with you, I think a lot of people are thinking that Jalen's gonna take a seat back to Tyreek, and I think the opposite.
Correct.
If anything, I think it's the exact opposite.
I think Tyreek is.
I think Tyreek's gonna have to just by default because of the defenses.
Correct.
And let's be real, Jalen Waddle when he came into the to the league, all his comparisons were borderline Tyreek Hill.
Yeah.
So you have 2 Tyreek Hills, bro, on the same team.
On the same team, it's gonna be insane. I think both of those guys are really gonna excel. So that's why I haven't won in the division, but you have them in the wild card straight. Second team.
Second wild card team, I have the Raiders. The Raiders.
Shit.
And I simply have that because I believe in Derek Carr. I think he's a proven commodity no matter what people think about him. And I think it took a long time for that Raiders team to get behind him and really put their faith in him. Because I feel like when Gruden came in there, he kind of had mixed feelings because that wasn't his guy that he drafted. And he also, he really only had 1 MVP caliber season before that.
Right.
And it wasn't his fault. He got injured right before the playoffs. So I think a lot of his career has just been a lot of just unfortunate circumstances.
Yeah, he's gone through some shit. I think Derek Carr has made the most of what he's had to deal with, obviously.
Yes,
And
I agree with that.
This is going to be the best talent he's had with a true number 1 receiver, Devontae Adams. Hunter Renfrow, obviously one of the best slot receivers we have in the NFL. Darren Waller, top 3, top 5-ish tight end in the NFL.
He's borderline top 3 because there's a lot of tight ends coming out now.
Exactly,
And,
there's a lot of great tight ends in the NFL.
Mike Gesicki, top 5 tight end.
Shout out Kyle Pitts too. I think he's gonna have a breakout year with Atlanta as well.
He already had a breakout year, but
his
to breakout year standards, maybe not. But to me, I think he had a great season.
I think he had a great rookie year.
Especially because I actually got to see him play against the Dolphins,
but without Calvin,
he might be the reason why we lost that game. He had like a 50-yarder to get them in field goal range.
Correct.
And he snagged that shit over our best corner. So I cannot
think,
call him a slouch by any means.
And I think without Calvin Ridley, like I was just trying to say earlier, I think without Calvin Ridley, obviously he's going to be the main target on that offense. Without Calvin Ridley, that's what I'm saying. He'll be the main target there. That's where we differ in terms of what you have the Raiders. I just have Kansas City coming out of that as the second team. I really think Patrick Mahomes is the best quarterback in football. Patrick Mahomes does shit that can't nobody else do, just like Lamar, to an extent. Because Mahomes can't do what Lamar does, obviously.
Athletically,
yeah. He can't run
throwing the ball. Let's be real. He laps Lamar.
But of course. But there's guys in the league that have arms like Mahomes, such as Justin Herbert.
And let's get it twisted. Stop calling my boy a running back. That man can sling that shit.
Hell yeah! Don't ever.
He can sling that shit. Flick of the wrist.
Don't ever try Lamar Jackson. However, this is about Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs. I really see them coming out of that instead of the Oakland Raiders. And who's your third team, man?
Third team. This was a tough one because obviously we know that AFC West is loaded, so someone's gonna have to get left out. So, unfortunately, my co-host is not gonna agree with me, but I left the Chiefs out,
This guy's insane.
and I put the Broncos in. And I'm gonna tell you.
Oh my God!
I'm gonna tell you
bet.
why. I'm gonna tell you
Let's
why.
put a dub. Let's put a dub. Let's put a dub on this right now. Let's put a dub. Project about nothing. You heard it here. It's
First
live.
episode, it's just stamped.
If
Bro.
Broncos made the playoffs, you got the dub. If the Chiefs made the playoffs, you got the dub.
But what if the Broncos and the Chiefs made the playoffs?
Then it's washed.
All right.
Then it's washed. If they both
Say
make
less.
the playoffs, then it's washed. But
All
if
right.
one of them make the playoffs and the other one doesn't,
And I'm
dubs coming the
gonna
other
tell
way.
you why right now. I'm
This
gonna tell you
shit
why
crazy
right now.
as fuck.
So I think as far as defensive wise,
Yeah.
they definitely took a step back. Kansas City,
They did.
they took a step back. They lost Honey Badger.
Of course.
They lost a couple pieces on that line.
They still got Chris Jones though.
No, they still got Chris
Still
Jones,
got
which I
Chris
think
Jones.
is still top 5 D tackles in the league. So they still have staples on that defense, but they don't have the same defense. I don't think it's gonna be nowhere near as strong. And let's be real, they were never strong at defense to begin with.
Right.
That was always like their biggest weakness. Why they had to score 50 points a game because motherfuckers can't stop nobody from scoring.
Right. Right.
So that's even worse now. And obviously they lost Tyreek, but hot take. Sky Moore, possibly top 3 candidates for Rookie of the Year.
Ooh.
Sky Moore, wide receiver, Kansas City, went to Western Michigan.
Hot take.
Hot take. He ends up being top 3 in rookie selections for Rookie of the Year.
I love it,
Offensive
man.
Rookie of the Year.
I love it, man. I
So-
love it. Obviously, with Patrick Mahomes, anything's possible,
Yes,
right?
with
So-
with that guy as your quarterback, shit, he can make me look like a damn Pro Bowl tight end.
This is where, obviously, like I said, we differ. Hot take. I appreciate that. That's amazing. I got Cincy grabbing that last spot. I think they're gonna make the postseason. I think 2 teams come out of the AFC North. I don't think more than 2 teams.
Wait. Hold on. Before you finish that, so you say right now, because I remembered your division winner. So you say
Yeah.
the Bills not making it to the.
Yeah, the Bills was my first team.
I thought you said the Bengals.
The Bengals is the last team.
Oh, okay. Go ahead.
So I got the Bills, Chiefs, and the Bengals as the 3 wild card teams this year.
Okay.
So I got 2 teams coming out of the AFC East and 2 teams coming out of the AFC North.
I see. I can see that.
Which is the shocker. Obviously, most people have 3 teams coming out of the AFC West, just like you do, which is
Yeah.
understandable. That's
The
probably
thing
the
is-
best division in football.
Yeah,
And it's
and
kinda
I
hard to
think
dispute
the
that.
thing that people don't understand is when you have a division like that, people have to lose, brother. People have to lose. So there's gonna be plenty of tiebreakers and all this and whatnot going into the end of the season. But
Right.
realistically, only 2 teams from each division can really make it, unless the other divisions are just trash.
The other ones are just
They have to be like literally trash.
They have to be horrible.
They have to
and
be
that's-
terrible for that
and
to
that's-
happen.
Yeah.
And the AFC, every division is really loaded
It's
right
really
now.
solid.
Because
Yeah.
even AFC East with having the Pats and the Jets, I think the Jets took a step forward as much as I might not want to admit it. I mean, they've had some injuries. Becton's down for the season. So for Dolphins fans, that's fucking great.
Yeah, no, it's
But-
great. It's great. But
but-
I don't like it. I don't
Yeah,
like
of course. You know, I'm never a Jets fan, none of that shit.
it. We don't like it.
You know, we don't like anyone in the AFCs. But I'm not a biased person. I like to be objective. I think they took a step up. Bills are kind of, I mean, they even took a step up. They got Von
Right.
Miller on that line now.
Right.
And the Pats are probably, it's going to be crazy. I got another hot take. Pats, 4th seed, AFC East.
Wow. Jets over Pats.
You got something to smile about, Coach. Number 3, not number 4, but number 3.
Dog, crazy, man. We're going to jump into our next topic. So we're going to touch up on the last topic of today. It's my favorite segment. As you guys know, this episode is released on 8/24. It's Kobe Day, so National Kobe Day. Shout out Kobe, one of the coldest hoopers to ever live. So we're going to do a segment on Kobe, man. We're going to have a special guest with us today, man. One of my dearest friends. One of the dudes I've known for 10 plus years. Somebody that I trust and love. My dog, Kai, KDR. Welcome to the show, my Reggie.
Appreciate you, man.
Good to see
Good,
you,
brother.
dog.
It was good, dog.
Good to see
Like
you,
another
dog.
intro, you know, so we just gotta go from there, starting it with the ones, you know, like.
Let's do it.
So-
Fresh off.
so
Let's
cold.
do it. Let's
This
do
joint
it.
is,
This only
2000
happens here, y'all.
2006, 2000, the first, you know, to give you a little backdrop on the Kobe history. You know, he was signed with Adidas before.
know
Originally
that.
started since he was in the league since '96. Held it down, mad signatures, mad shoes, and that joint went its run, but it had its day. And you know, now I'm thankful for this end of the joint, which we got some of the craziest models underrated to me because I like some of the earlier joints before we got all the low joint Achilles joints. You know, it's dangerous.
Achilles killers.
But boom, right here, in worn and hooped condition. But the MLPS, which was
those are the ones, right? Kobe ones.
Kobe one. Had to start it off with the
Kobe.
one.
Some Kobe
You know.
one.
And this shoe is crazy for me because it's high school. It's I remember my middle school and high school team at Florida Bible playing in the white and black.
They retroed these already though, right?
Yeah, they have protos. Probably
They
this
have protos
colorway
of
too.
this.
So the Hirachi is a bust down Kobe.
They have a breakdown. They have a low form of these of a Hirachi.
Yeah.
They're not the Kobe logo. They're actually called Zoom 2K Hyper
Yeah.
something. And I had those too.
Yeah.
But like they're not these. They're the same silhouette. It's crazy. Nike does that a lot, and it's kind of cool. But these are the 2006
Got the
season.
untapped on the back.
This is 81 points season. You feel me? This is
That's the 81 point joint.
Yes.
He was rocking the proto
These.
one, or he was rocking those joints.
Yes, not
That
this
colorway?
colorway.
Oh,
He was
okay, okay.
rocking he rocked the purple,
Okay.
purple and black, or like white, black and yellow or something.
Hey, when we
Look
blow
it
up, when we
Versus
blow up,
Toronto,
we gotta
Jalen.
ask Jalen Rose.
Jalen.
What shoes was Kobe wearing when he dropped 81 on him?
But this is
I'm
like a
asking.
tribute to
I'm asking.
a
When he
old
dropped
school,
81 olives on your head, boy.
Lakers
Hell
team
yes.
before they were Minneapolis. right?
Before they went to the Lakers, they
Right?
got the
So that's
MPLS
some
inside
OG.
of the tongue.
So you remember how the
Look at
Lakers
this shit, nigga.
Lakers have blue
That's
jerseys?
gas. That's gas.
Yeah,
as
once
fuck.
up, we could just
MPLS.
put them all back in the box.
Yeah, man. Let's put them back in here.
Yes, yes, please.
Yo.
This shit hurt my
Dog,
hand right now.
You feel me? So
Shit hurt my hand right
Yo,
now.
this is blessings. I want y'all to know that y'all only getting this here.
Lord.
yeah, number 2, numero dos.
He brought out another one.
some low key joint, but definitely for hoopers, it's it's one of the best up there with the 2K4s. But these are the Hirachi Nike 2K5s from originally like 04, 05, 06 around there, and this is the LA edition
Bro, this is
with the actual.
this was I
This
think
is like a-
this was
a
the first
Kobe
shoe. Wasn't this the first shoe he had when Shaq left? Is this the first shoe he had when Shaq
not
left?
yet, not yet. He had the 2K4s.
When Shaq left.
You see that shit got the
yeah.
streets on it and
Exactly.
shit?
So like they had a pair for Rip
Yeah.
Hamilton with Detroit.
Okay.
They had, but this is like a PE.
He still got the
Oh,
ridges
okay,
on it.
okay.
And
Yeah.
shout out to low key the freaking Mercari, bro. I ain't trying to put everyone on, but y'all can find your gems anywhere.
Look at this.
Ain't
dog.
Buddy ain't no
Look
way
at the
he
ridges
had
on the bottom.
got these joints for like the $77
Clean,
and
fam.
$66, and these joints is literally from that era of just pristine Nike
So
basketball.
talk to me, Kai. Did you hoop in them shoes before?
A 2K5, amazing shoe. Yes, I
Yeah.
put a few pairs. They're I'll give them an 8.5 out of 10.
For hooping,
And,
right?
and the 2K4 one before it, that dressed a 9 out of 10. But 2K5 is borderline right there with it, almost just as good. This is a Tony Parker shoe. This is a big man shoe.
You're
Everyone
right.
knows,
It's
you
crazy that you say that.
TP
I
had his
remember
joint,
those,
you feel me?
bruh.
Josh Howard, everyone who was on Nike at the time in like 05.
Was rocking this joint?
This joint, dog.
Doing his
So,
little
tripping
bullshit
right now.
spin.
I didn't know
Fake
that shit. though.
bullshit.
But I didn't know he was rocking these 2K5s, right?
My homie sent me like 2 photos, rare photos of Kobe in the locker room just sitting like this with him. And I'm just like, wow, that's the actual pair. So this pair is from, he rocked this during the 2005,
Those are game one?
2006. Nah, but these are just low-key my size, like 10 and a half.
Gotcha.
And I was able to find them
Facts,
still
facts.
wearable. You feel
This
me?
is lit. Hey,
I hear
before
you.
we continue, we got to do a feet check. We got to do a feet check.
All right, boom.
Sneaker check.
Y'all go ahead
Sneaker
and do your
check.
thing. What y'all got? Show the camera.
Nah, it's on you. It's
You
on
want me
you,
to start it
Kai.
off? All right, y'all.
It's on you, Kai.
All the watchers and listeners who peeped it. I'll start it off. KDR Fit the other night.
It's on you, Kai.
Marty McFly Hyper Dunks 2008.
Hey.
Kind of like unreleased promo type of vibe, but they might have released only House of Hoops.
Yo, peep the tongue, though. Peep the tongue.
Back
Hey.
to the future. Back to the OG.
My boy came
2015.
prepared.
The closest thing I'll ever have to the Air Max of them joints is like 20 bands or whatever, but the same silhouette, same color.
Well,
I'll
let's
actually show y'all
see
in
the-
detail.
Yo,
And the insole has got the hoverboard as well. Is right here. If I show you this, would this have any meaning to y'all? If you've seen the movie before?
What movie?
I don't know.
Back to the Future.
Back. Oh,
Yeah.
the
what's that
fucking
little thing?
the
Yeah.
Air Max.
What's it called? No.
Which? I don't know, fam.
My dog might know over there behind the cameraman, but it's the freaking flux capacitor, boy.
If niggas zoom in on that
It's
shit, that
just
should be
like-
crazy.
Yo, it's a small detail, but Nike, man,
They know what they're doing, dog.
Nah, Nike.
They know what they're doing.
Known for doing
They know what they're
little
doing, dog.
details like that. To
I
make
never
the
leave
shoe.
them. I'll never leave them,
Bruh.
I'll never leave them. I'll never leave them, dog. I love you. I love
the
Nike.
insole is like a hoverboard. You feel me? So it's
Okay.
definitely like. Shout out to one of my homies, Edward Sons. That boy had these in high school.
I remember my
Like,
dog
You
Edward.
remember Eddie?
Eddie
Eddie, dog.
Sons.
That boy had him clean though.
Dog, that boy was OG. That boy was OG.
And it was
Kyle,
just
yeah.
like, you feel me?
I
So,
appreciate you.
as well as with the young polo sport.
Yeah.
Outer coat, little
Yeah.
black tee.
No, we
some
already
vintage
know.
Calvin's jean, and you know, throw it on together. That's the fit of the day, you know.
Yes,
That's
sir.
love. That's love. I appreciate you,
That's
Rob.
good.
What you
Feet
got?
check. What we on?
Check, you already know, boy. Came through with the low 11, 72 and 10s. You feel me? Something light, you feel me?
Tough.
Got the Nike Windbreaker joints on, bro. Got the NFL Miami Dolphins Tommy collab. You feel me?
Fire.
Don't forget what I said,
I
yo.
see that, bro.
Yes, sir.
Hey, man, Dolphins
You already know how to rep the crib. You feel me? First episode, got to do it right.
gotta get it right,
I
man.
definitely did it.
Kai, man, if you could break me off one time,
Ooh.
I'll pass it to you.
You want me to do that, man?
If you can,
All
bro.
right, I got you.
This is blessings.
Alright, boom. So before this boy even had these, it was a little dope transaction that held down. It was sentimental, but 1995-96 season, you feel me? This is Nike basketball at its finest, bro. Just read this joint. Quality basketball products inspired by the greatest player ever. And at that time, bro, like it was,
Debatable,
right?
but-
You feel me? It really was. Written with the purple
That's
Concord
MJ.
detail.
But the kicks is on.
This is the best the quality was, bro. Like this shoe got fined like by the Bulls. The boy said you can't rock it. This boy was when he came out of retirement in the '95 joint, right after Space Jam.
So when was this shoe made? When was this shoe made,
This
though?
is, look, I'll read you the date: 95, 08, 10. So that's August 10th, 1995. This was produced.
Oh,
Niggas was
man.
barely
And
born.
I got these for the low on Mercari as well, bruh. Like, shout out to them. Y'all can sponsor me, whatever y'all want to do. But KDR
If
got
my guy
many things that he's
sponsor,
doing.
man.
I don't know what else to do,
But
dog.
whatever. But like, I restored it a little bit. I did the young retro bright or the soul sauce, iced them up a little bit because they was dark brown. But on the Concords, on the vintage, it kind of just gives it a vibe. Like even to leave it a little bit yellowish. Like I felt like, yo, it just looks so much hard. It looks doper. Because the ones today, it just, I don't know, they don't sit the same. The patent leather cut is different. The quality not there. These is from 95, boy. He just rocking them on the feet casually, still wearable because they've been worn enough. You feel me? So it's like, this shoe, championship. Boy. That's all I got to say.
People
My bad, I didn't
I feel like
No,
that,
you good,
that
Jay.
beat up rugged look makes it really, you feel me? Like it shows how great the shoe really is. Cause like the shoes nowadays, brother, it ain't making it to that, bro.
Nah.
The material that they use and the quality, it ain't making it that
72 and
far.
10s last. Let's see how long they will, you know?
I bought these like
How long ago?
3 months ago. And matter of fact,
Yeah?
I don't even know. In June for my birthday, I just caught me a little birthday gift in the mall real
Respect.
quick.
Respect.
So-
But them 72 and 10, that's the same season right there. Boom, tie history again. 1996.
Greatest season. Well, used to be the greatest season ever until the Warriors came in.
Yeah, but they
smashed.
lost the chip.
Record-wise, they
But
didn't get the chip.
honestly, you're right. They ain't seal the deal. The
They
same
get
way
the
the
chip.
Pats
They
didn't
Imagine
do
if they
it.
did, dog. Imagine if they did.
It would've
You,
been
you
like-
know
it
who
would've
got
been
the only undefeated
Kyrie.
season in football though?
The dissolved
You know what it is.
Fiends.
You know what it is. Hey,
I
but
don't
feature.
think that
we
will
ain't
ever
gonna
happen
talk about
again, bro. That
We
will
always,
never happen again.
we always here. We always fresh.
Yeah.
Just want to let y'all know, man. We know where it's coming from. It's down in the trenches with it. We just want to let y'all know, man.
Yes,
This
sir.
is for the culture at the end of the day. So
No doubt. We're
We
going
wanna-
to continue on that. No.
Yeah,
we want
please,
to we want
please.
to we want to bless the
Go
Kobe
ahead.
legacy. We want to bless the Kobe moment.
All right,
Show
so let's
a
continue
gem.
with some. This is now we're getting into serious, very serious business right here. These once again, where I was on the hyperdunk vibe earlier. So many Nike basketball campaigns, 2008. That shoe, crazy revolutionary. Before we even talk about it, I remember that's my freshman year at Flanagan. That joint was just, like the 2K5, but now we have advanced into and it's a Kobe. It's basically Kobe's signature. So that's why we're really paying tribute to this hyperdunk shoe. But it's specifically this one. With I'm gonna get into it with the plaque and everything. This one is a Kobe hyperdunk PE from 2008.
How many pairs of those
Right
are
here,
there?
we got one of 24.
Dog.
If y'all can see that,
What is that?
it came with a glass case, which
Hold on. So this shoe came with that case.
Yeah, man.
This shoe came with that
This is
case.
some Kobe vault, probably from a Kobe commercial or something, where he's like, "Are you different?"
Is this the same shoe that's on your foot? Is this the same shoe that's on your foot though?
Yes.
It's the same shit that's on your foot, but it's a different colorway.
Yeah, man.
But why does this one have this plaque and that one doesn't?
So, all right, if I had a mic right now, I'll turn into the poet, grab the stand.
You low-key got a mic. You low-key got a mic.
I
do it.
But I'm going to do this. This is the Zoom Hyper Dunk by Nike. Slip the bonds of the earth. Home team. This is the home colorway, by the way, which are one of 24 pairs. Nike, y'all probably don't even know about these. I hope I don't get in trouble, but I don't have no ties, no signings. I don't got nothing. I have no strings attached to y'all.
Just lit like that.
Die hard. OG, you feel me? Y'all, I'm a outcast Jedi. You feel me? I'm not on Complex. I'm not on all y'all platforms. I just do my own thing. But y'all gonna see me and hear about us. But anyway, I gotta fly. If 5 strands can hold a person, imagine 98 wrapped around a human foot. My soul is in the sky, Kobe Bryant. I gotta fly, Kobe Bryant. The less you carry, the higher you rise. Pursue a higher calling. Pack light for a better flight. Improve your altitude, zoom. Less means more flight. Light makes flight. The Hyperdunk was 13.1 ounces. And the average basketball at the time was about 16 ounces. So off rip, that's some scientific-ish.
Hold on. So everything you just read off this glass?
Yes.
Hold on, man. Let me see this, man.
Read it, man.
Yo, this is OD. This came with the shoe. This came with the motherfucking shoe. What shoes you don't sell fucking glass, nigga? This is crazy. Yo, this is history shit, dog. Like, this is
so
a blessing.
Y'all remember the commercial where he's like, yo, I'm going to show you how to jump over an Aston Martin.
Hey, I remember that fucking commercial. Hey, that was the same commercial where, you remember the commercial?
That was edited, though.
That was the snake. It was edited. But that was the snake commercial. That was the snake bit commercial, too. That was around the same time where he jumped on.
Bro, I had that same Hyperdunk
shirt.
Yo,
peep this, nigga.
The Hyperdunk shirt, dog.
That shit is heavy. That's real fucking glass, nigga.
And
that's some real shit.
They had a few other colorways of these. They had the home, away, and alternate. But of these, there was only 24 pairs.
Shout out to Dan Bowerman.
They're 9.5. Yeah, for real. So that joint right here is Cole. I know you laughing and you say, "How'd you get my shoe, young boy?" But the mama mentality,
Hey Cole, we appreciate you more than you know. Kyle, you got more gems to bless us
with? Do. Two more. Two more. Continue with this joint. So this is a very slept on shoe. Do y'all either know what model this is?
That's the Kobe.
You're cheating because I have recently broke bread with it.
My bad. You know the Kobe this is?
I don't.
Go ahead. Break it down for us.
I don't even know what them.
Kobe.
I know they're Kobe's. That's it.
Dose. Second line, when I showed you the MLPS. Right after that season, this is 06-07 season.
Okay.
So this is, him still going off.
That was the year right before he won MVP, dog. That's when he was going off for 30 plus a game, dog.
It's underrated, dog. This is actually the Carpe Diem version.
The Carpe Diem.
That means grab the bull by the horns.
You can't ask for more than that, dog.
So when I found out these, I was just the quality for them to be original. These are actually from 06-07. Right. And they're still holding up. They're stitched in a certain way. They don't have
Wait, so you got those that same year? These are OGs.
They're OG, but I just got them picked them up recently. I ain't
But the shoe was made at that.
Yes, it's OG.
It's an OG shoe.
I don't think the shoe has retroed yet.
No, they haven't retroed the twos yet.
They have retroed the twos, but not this colorway.
Okay.
I don't think they've retroed the twos though.
The preludes. They're all they did a fade to black pack. Yeah. Where they had a Kobe, every single Kobe model, and it started off, and then one was light all the way around, and it started off one started off white, and then it finished with black. It was kind of crazy ass pack.
This is lit.
Yeah, this is what we breaking bread on here today, boy. That's why I'm here. So
pass that around.
All these superior quality.
Like good ass leather.
Dog, this looks like a solid hooping shoe.
I shined them up too.
This is almost high top, but it's not really high top. It's
it is high top. It really is.
No, but wouldn't it be at the mid? Wouldn't it be considered mid?
Bro, when you put them shits on, that shit slapping right over your ankle, fam.
It's a high top.
Yeah, if it's right over, I don't think I can wear it, but. That's just me now.
It's too high for you?
Yeah, to hoop in it. Yeah,
nah, bro, you gotta wear mids, fam.
I've gotten too used to lows, dog. I can't.
All right,
y'all know about
when you start click clacking like Dorothy, fam, you gotta see what's up with the damn lows.
Nigga, I can't move fast no more, dog. I wish I could move fast, dog.
Bro, these shoes are there. You keep rehabbing, dog. You keep rehabbing, but
you see how he hit me? Nah, dog. He don't know though. He never seen me hoop. You never.
I seen little clips. I ain't gonna lie, but I ain't never seen him.
Brandon Cho was a cold assassin. You feel me? I learned some joints from him.
I hear, bro. Like I know Cole wouldn't be chilling if you wasn't a hooper.
If I wasn't a dog.
Cole was nice.
Cole don't chill with nothing but dogs.
Yeah, you feel me? Exactly.
That's my dog.
Straight
Shout
Shout
out
straight
Cole.
dogs. Most pack is full of dogs.
Well, hold this down, dog.
Yeah, man.
That's a beautiful shoe, man. I appreciate you.
Like a lightweight, you can kind of even see through, so it's kind of like breathability as well as functionality. And then before they started going real low cut with the Kobe's, and I say the best for last. One of my favorite top 5 Kobe's ever.
Last shoe before
2010, but this the proto 2020.
Yeah.
That I mentioned, and this is a very sought after shoe, but
resale, they're going crazy right now.
I had to grab it before resale, but I still paid a little grip. I think almost around like 3 something, but I got blessed by my pastor, man. That boy sucked working hard. He spotted me most of the joint. He's like, yo, just come up with a bill. I was like, hey, shout out Pastor Andre. But I actually did a little low key joint for them where I dressed up and did a little Grinch rap for my church and for the joint. So he thought these would be fitting, and the last Mama joint. You gotta
pass that joint. So
and those retroed on sneakers, and that joint was pretty much an L for anyone who wasn't. I don't know how that go. Like
the bots are going out.
I don't even be trying.
What
sneakers, y'all?
This look like a compact shoe. You know what I'm saying? This is just such a beautiful shoe. The Kobe 6 is just,
that's probably one of my favorite silhouette.
Yeah, it's just a beautiful shoe. It's really well put together. It's a well performing shoe. I had this shoe.
You hooped it?
I hooped in this shoe. Obviously,
the Grinches or
no, not the Grinches. It was the black joint that had the yellow on the bottom and the white. Okay. It had the yellow and the white on the bottom. It was the black joint. Yeah. I don't know what the shoe was called.
Maze. Yellow, yeah.
It was a solid shoe, bro. That's when
they had black scales.
What year was this? It had the black scales. Yes.
2011.
Yes,
2011, bro. That's my senior year, son. So
that's
the same year as LeBron. Nike basketball history fact.
Tap in.
That's LeBron's LeBron 8 preheat same year. That's the KD 4s. That's the
KD 4s. I had those.
That's just the era of Nike basketball.
KDs ever.
Where it's
so the KD 4s?
Yo,
that's a solid shoe though.
Nike basketball today, So that's why I stick to my OGs in my era. I'm a time traveler. It's hard for me to even watch the game sometimes because I just get so depressed about how I'm not in my T-Mac days no more. But we still gotta watch it and let the game evolve. But it just don't have that same potency to me. But I always, watch the Heat. I'll always watch the game and stuff, But we talking about Kobe, where that joint is forever, everlasting. That joint, no matter what era, that boy Kobe done impact every generation. And I'm pretty sure everyone who picks up a ball will still know that boy, who he was.
No, that's facts, man. That's facts. And we appreciate that breakdown, Kyle, man. Rock, appreciate y'all boys with me, man. We're going to tap into the last part of the Kobe segment, man. So just to show Kobe's appreciation for what he's given to us, as sports fans, as just human beings that love sports, just the testament to perseverance, a testament to hard work, and just testament to being a family guy, somebody who loves their family and works as hard as they can to provide for him and his family, to do everything he can to be the best basketball player he could have been.
He sure did.
So just to tap into that, man, basically, what's your favorite Kobe moment, man? Rocky, I want to start with you, man. What's your favorite Kobe moment?
I would say I have a lot, but honestly, not to be like corny or nothing, but I feel like my favorite moment was his last game because I remember like where I was at for his last game. Like I was working at Nike. I was working overnight, and we had a little
what Nike?
Sawgrass.
Sawgrass? Yeah, that's popping.
That's a popping Nike. That's a popping Nike. Especially at that time.
Nike Sawgrass. I don't work there no more, but shout out
Sawgrass. I still go there to shop.
Exactly. So I remember going into the break and we had like a little 15-minute break, and it was like the second quarter, I think, and they were getting mopped. Like, bro, like by like a dub at least. I think Like Utah.
The last game, right?
Yeah, the last game against
Yeah,
Utah when
60.
Hayward was still Hayward was still on the
That
Jazz.
Kobe game, dog. Yeah, they were
Bro.
losing. They were losing that game.
They were
Snoop
getting
was there.
smacked up, and I was like, "Nah, they're not gonna let this man go out like this for his last game."
But
I
they
remember
let Kobe.
saying
They
that.
let Kobe empty the holster from the beginning to the end.
Nah, facts.
They let him
Said he
shoot
had
that
it
shit.
at half though.
I think
Bro,
he only had
I
like
don't
20
even
something.
yeah, he didn't
Hey,
even.
we didn't know how it was gonna end.
No,
No, he only had like
exactly.
20 to 30
Yeah,
something.
it wasn't even. He wasn't going off yet, and it was.
But
like,
he was shooting everything he saw though. They let him empty
Like
the clip.
D-Wade, dog.
You know,
Hey,
he scored 60 on 50 shots.
hey, what do we call that when it's legends about to retire and they just in that
Bro,
mode?
they just-
in they jack mode like D-Wade?
You gotta come with a
I
whole
love that.
different, like, you
I
gotta
love
come
it.
Mamba mode, fam. That's all it really is right there.
No, that was an
Bro,
amazing
like,
game, bro.
It's different for
Bro,
Cole because he's just
Nah, bro,
like even Dirk went off before that boy retired. That boy
just-
Dirk had to put like
He
something
did, yo.
else.
Dirk,
No,
Dirk,
what he had, like,
Bro.
What about you? What about you, man? What about
My
you? What's your
favorite-
favorite Kobe moment,
It's
man?
so hard to narrow down, dog. Like, but I've lived through the whole thing, and honestly, for me, one of I wasn't really peeping it at the time, but as you learn and as you in life, you go back and you peep this. But for me, it was Kobe's sneaker free agency where that boy was, leaving Adidas, and he wasn't really had no sign. Didn't sign.
Typical sneaker had an answer though, dog. I ain't gonna lie to you.
With Nike or anything yet, so he just pulling out all the freaking gems, all the freaking Air Jordan 7 Laker PE, Air Jordan 8, Air Jordan 3, like all Laker colorways and Concords and Dr. J Converse. That boy bringing out everything just to be like, yo, I'm an OG.
Yeah.
To show you every single brand I've been through here, and that boy for me was just that OG with MJ even beating up MJ right quick. That boy taking the torch. You feel me? A crazy moment of putting that in with Mac too. Mac or Kobe. There was a time where it was Mac or Kobe.
Yeah,
You feel me?
and Mac's your favorite basketball player to
Exactly.
ever live.
So
That's
just
my dog's favorite player.
that boy
I ain't
still
gonna lie.
ties into that because it was just it was Kobe, dog. It's shooting the freaking waste basket into your classroom saying Kobe. It was, you feel me? That's my favorite moment. So.
No, I appreciate that. I appreciate that, Kai. Thank you so much for that, man. I appreciate you, just giving us your insight on that, bro. Because you coming from a different perspective. Obviously, like I said, somebody who's been in the sneaker game for so long, somebody who may be unknown to the masses, but the real ones know, and we appreciate that insight. My favorite Kobe moment. We all know the moment. You guys know me, like obviously you know me in a different way than you know me, but dog, just hooping is in my blood, and dog, Kobe's 81-point game, it shaped me. It showed me that it don't matter, dog. You can empty the clip no matter what. If you know you a dog on that shit, if you know you're him, if you know that you're him,
And Chris Bosh.
go ahead, go cook.
I'm the same.
Can't
way.
nobody tell you shit, because at the end of the day, if your teammates are Smush Parker and Chris Mim and I don't even know who else was on that goddamn
Lamar,
team, dog.
bro.
Lamar, they had
Lamar
Lamar.
Odom was on there already.
Devin
But that was the year before they were good, before they had
Okay.
Powell and all
Devin
that.
George.
Devin George was on that
He's always
team.
been lit, even when he was on the Heat. Before he was on the Lakers.
Yeah, he was on the Clippers. He was lit too.
He was
But
nice.
yeah, man. But Kobe's 81-point game, obviously, it just shaped me, and it showed me like, yo, anything's possible, bro. I never thought somebody could score 81 points in a modern day NBA game. Like, yo, Wilt's record was like, it was somewhat being threatened. You know what I'm
it's
saying?
tough.
The
It's
60
tough,
and 3
man.
quarters.
The 60 and 3/4, the game before that. That was the game
Against the
before
Mavericks.
that, against the
Nobody
Magic.
on the
3/4.
Did he win the scoring title that year?
Yeah, of course. He
Yeah,
averaged 35 that year. 35
And
that
Nash
year.
got the MVP.
Ridiculous. Nonetheless, dog, that's my favorite Kobe moment, man.
Controversy.
And I'm so thankful for that. But second question, y'all. Yo, what's your favorite Kobe shoe? Obviously we gotta ask the sneakerhead himself,
Dang, man.
the sneaker OG himself. What's your favorite Kobe shoe, man?
That's such a biased answer because it's gonna be tough. Like
I don't blame you, though.
as far as hooping or as far as like
Just, I guess, all around, because
All
I don't
around.
want to make it into something. If what you
Yeah.
do is hoop, if you're a hooper, then you can name me your
I'm
favorite
gonna still
shoe.
have to
dog.
go with probably the Zoom Kobe 1. Honestly,
Oof, wow.
either that or the Hyperdunk, because the
Okay.
Hyperdunk is definitely a Kobe signature.
Right.
Even though it's they had Hyperdunk 2008, 9, like that started it off. That was the first
Yeah,
joint, you
yeah.
feel me? And that was Kobe shoe. You
Right.
feel me? So it's like one of those. So
Okay.
yeah.
Hey, man, we appreciate that. That's an OG answer. Obviously, there's runs miles on that shoe. You know what I'm saying? What Kobe did that year. I think that was 2008 or not?
Zoom Kobe 1 or
Yeah.
Hyperdunk?
No, the Zoom one.
Zoom Kobe 1 is 2006.
Oh, I thought it was 2008.
Late 2006 is when that joint. So like summer. By the
Right.
time like that for me that was around 8th grade.
Okay.
So like the summer before that season started, you were getting leaked images of like the shoe. Because
Right.
before that he was rocking with Nike. He rocked the 2K4s and the 2K5s right there. So there was still no Kobe model yet. You know, so it's like moving
that's
into
crazy.
it, and then
Yo, I love it, dog. Thank
boom,
you.
that Zoom Kobe 1, it was just like, and as far as comfortability, it
Mhm.
was definitely up there. And then shout out to the Zoom Kobe 6, which is also a fan favorite,
Right.
Yeah.
as well as the
Right.
Zoom Kobe 4 and 5, which are still rocked throughout all the NBA today.
Oh yeah, I'm
you know,
sure.
And
I'm
now
sure.
that what's growing on me, the freaking Zoom Kobe 2 that I just showed you, Carpe Diem. Like, so
Those
it's
shoes
hard
are
for me
hard
to
too.
give you a straight answer, but it's like all those models. There's a lot of models. Like I wasn't too big into the higher ones, like past 8 and 9 and 10. you know,
Yeah, yeah,
like,
yeah.
And
Like
then they
that
had the
Elite
Zoom
joints,
Kobe
them shits,
signature
yeah.
line, like LeBron Witness joint, you know,
Right, right,
like
right.
phenomenons and all that. And it was cool, but it was like, nah, them OG models for me, like mid 2000s Nike basketball code.
was peak prime.
That's
and
peak.
Hey, dog, that's love. That's love. Those are some tough
Yeah.
shoes, bro. Rock, man. Your favorite Kobe shoe, dog.
Favorite Kobe shoe? I'm gonna be real. I feel like this might low-key be a popular choice, but I'm not sure if a lot of people remember them.
It's all good.
But the Galaxy 6s. man.
Ooh. That boy,
That silhouette, that 6 silhouette
Dog.
is just hard.
Dog.
Talk to me about that shoe, man. Why you love it so much,
Shits.
bro?
I'm not gonna lie. I remember
For real.
my brother
Wait,
had
they glow
a
in the
pair
dark?
of shits. Yeah.
those are
them
actually the
shits.
7s are.
Oh, those are set. Oh,
Yeah.
there you go.
Because the Galaxies was when they had the Big Bang LeBrons.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes. Those
I
were
remember
those
that.
were
So that's LeBron 12s,
Yes.
Kobe 7s,
Kobe 7s.
and KD.
Those are
Kobe
literally
5s, I think.
the Big Bang LeBrons are my favorite shoe ever to be.
Yeah?
Yes.
The orange joints?
Yeah. For some reason, them
That's a
shits,
Dolphins colorway shit.
bro. Yeah. For
Shout out to
some
the
reason,
Dolphins.
It hits
Dog.
close to home.
Yes,
It's
bro.
close
And
to
these
home,
cannons
dog.
are Dolphin as well, and US.
Yes,
So it's
bro.
like,
That's love.
shout
That's
out
love.
to the
But yeah,
all
them
day,
shits-
all day,
Oh.
baby.
I remember my brother had them, bro, and like the glow in the dark shit. That shit used to be like
Yeah,
fire.
those are sought
You feel
after.
me? Like.
dog. Those
Yeah,
are sought
and he
after.
would, I ain't gonna lie, he wore the fuck out them shits,
Yeah.
dog. Cause them
So they
shits are
turn-
just so hard, bro. Like,
It's
and it's like, I remember, I was like, damn, like, I low-key used to want to take them shits and wear them, but
Did you?
I got a big ass foot, bro.
You ain't tried it.
Yeah. Nah, bro, cause, bro, Kobe's is already, like, kind of narrow and shit, so I
They
was
are.
like, I got a wide foot, so I
Yeah.
can't be wearing this. And
What
they were
size
like,
you wore?
I wear a 10, bro. They were like 8.5, 9.
Ain't
you
gonna
feel me?
happen.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
still wear a 10 now?
I mean,
Or you like?
I think I've been wearing the wrong size my whole life, to be
There you
honest
go.
with you.
That's messed up.
Like low key, I feel like I'm supposed to be like a
Damn.
9.5, but I've been wearing 10s like my whole life.
10's not
Bro.
bad though, cause that's
Yeah.
close, at least.
10 sounds
So,
like it should be close, but
yeah.
shoes got to be on point.
Bro,
They have to be on point.
Bro.
You can't be off on that.
nowadays
True.
I try them any size. I don't give a fuck no more, bro. Whatever size fits
If
me,
it
that's what I'm
fits,
taking.
exactly, bro. Every
That's what I'm
shoe.
taking.
That's a
Shout out
crazy
to
ass
every
thing.
shoe that fits different.
Yes,
Every
man.
Shout out,
shoe is like
shout
a
out to
story,
Kobe, dog.
you know?
My favorite shoe, my favorite Kobe silhouette was the Christmas 7s joints, dog.
Ooh.
With it had the little
Ice
purple
Eagles?
strap. Yeah, but it had the little purple little top part, like the Hirachi joint. Didn't
Wait,
which
Cheetahs?
it was the
The
cheetahs.
Cheetahs? Did they have
but
green
they-
and
he
purple?
wore 'em on
Yeah,
Christmas,
they-
bro.
the
They
cheetah
had the
Yeah.
socks.
Yeah, that's the
But
Cheetahs.
it wasn't high though. The sock cut off at the
Yeah.
ankle.
I thought
It
you were
was
talking
so
about the all
tough.
red joints for a second. I was like, oh,
Nah.
I was like, them
He wore
shits-
them on
Cheetahs,
Christmas
yeah,
Day
he
though.
did.
Dog, the cheetah
The
7s,
Grinches he
dog.
wore the year before Christmas.
Yeah.
Dog.
And then the Cheetahs was next year. Yeah, the
The
Cheetahs.
cheetahs were.
Oh my
That's
god,
Kobe
dog.
7s. So
Those
the
Kobe
Galaxies and
Yeah.
like, the Kobe 7s went hard.
Yeah,
by
I
The
the
think
Kobe
to me
7s
that's
went
my
so
favorite.
hard. That's my favorite Kobe
model.
silhouette.
7s?
Yeah, the 7s.
Really?
That's my favorite
Yeah.
silhouette.
Okay.
Yeah.
Shout out to
And
the 7s.
but to
The
me,
Kobe system.
that's what I'm saying.
Shout out
I
to the
used
7s.
Kobe as a hooping shoe because the only other
You ain't
hooping.
hooping those 7s.
Yes, nigga.
Which ones?
Not those, but.
You ain't
Oh no,
hooping
no!
Cheetahs?
I hooped
Exactly. You ain't
in the
hooping
Kobe
those 7s.
2s. That's
Okay.
the only other Kobe
With
I
the
had
strap.
with the strap over. No,
colorway?
my bad. It was the other one. It didn't have the strap. It was like high mid.
This guy.
I think it was a
Brandon
3.
Cho. At
I think it was
Charter? Or what? Let me call his sources.
I don't know
I
what
believe
it was,
it.
dog.
But what?
No, I don't know. I think TJ gave them to me, dog.
Okay. What
TJ
color?
gave them to me, not the TJ that another
Oh.
TJ.
Another TJ, boy. I don't know.
This was the back in the day
Bro.
TJ.
Okay.
Obviously.
So What's your favorite hoop shoe then? What's the
It
best
would be
game
the
you
seven.
had in a hoop shoe then?
Shit.
Nah, don't ask me that, boy.
To hoop and
Like, what do you think was your best shoes you ever hooped in, bruh? Like, growing up?
Oh man, that's tough. Though.
I already know mine, but they're not even, they're kind of typical, but not typical at the same time.
What's yours?
Bruh, I
That's
remember
tough.
my senior year of high school, bruh. I had basketball class, bruh, and
At Flanagan?
no, I was going to Western.
You had Coach Samuels, boy. Shout out to Coach Samuels. That boy said, "Oh, I used to play in the league." That boy, he said he used to dunk like Spurs.
Bruh, so I was busting everybody's ass, bruh, in some fucking Jordan Stealth 8s, bruh.
Ooh.
I was busting everybody's ass
Jordan
in some
8s.
Stealth
Boy, look at
8s.
that. That's my soul shoe, boy.
That's the crazy shit, and them shits were heavy as fuck.
They were.
But
They had
somehow,
straps, boy.
I was fucking, I was doing everybody in some 8s, bruh. But they had, bruh, they
I
had
love
great
8s.
comfort, and like they had great support, bruh. Like, bruh.
You had the yellow,
Straight,
I mean the
orange,
orange,
and gray. It was the white base with the orange and gray in the tongue.
2007, bro, with the Oculus playoffs
Bro.
and all the year of the 8s.
I was
Cole's
nasty work.
Cole's
bruh.
got too many shoes, dog. He's got too many
And
shoes
that's
to talk
actually
about.
Jordan
dog.
8s, but
Exactly.
which Kobe still rocked.
Yeah, he rocked at that time. So, with all that being said, man, obviously the moments, the shoes, everything, man. Shooting paper in the basket, yo. After everything is all said and done, is Kobe top 5? Is Kobe top 5? I'm gonna tell y'all right now, hot take: Kobe is the best basketball player.
I think
I've
it's
ever seen.
ridiculous to ask that question to see if you're in the top 5, but that's just me. I think he should definitely just be included, not just biased because he passed, but just because he's right there sitting up there.
When you watch the film, I'm sorry to cut you off, Kai, but when you watch the film, it's easy. It's clear to see that I've never seen a better basketball player than Kobe Bryant.
Yeah. So yes and yes. And
What you think, man?
To be honest with you, it's so hard picking a top 5 period just in basketball because every position is so different. But what I can say as far as Kobe making his case for top 5, he's definitely top 2 shooting guards ever of all time. And you can debate between him, MJ, whatever's your favorite, what's your best, what connects to you more.
yeah.
Right.
And I could say, to me personally, I could say he definitely has a case for top 5. I can't even make a top 5 because there's just like
Yeah.
so much different players just come through the league and just made a significant, crazy ass impact, bro. And it honestly becomes opinionated at a certain point because we can go by stats all day.
Yeah,
Statistically, we can go who was the best during their era and whatnot, but it's also eras. There's different styles of ball.
Right.
But I definitely think he has a case for top 5. I could confidently say I could put him in my top 5. And it's not because he passed, because honestly, I remember growing up, bro, he kind of was like Tom Brady to me in a sense. Like, I fucking hated Kobe when he was like going up against the Heat and like the Cavs and shit, because I was always a Bron fan since he came in the league. So, bro, against my idols, you feel me? This nigga was busting their ass on a daily basis, bro, just fucking like it was nothing.
Oh yeah.
I got
Yeah,
I always ride with Cole better than Bron.
Like,
I don't know why.
No. Like, I'm not even talking about as far as better, but he was just, bro, he just had that shit where he locked in, bro, and it was over, bro. It's like Game 6 Braun with the headband and shit. That was him every game, though. That was every
That's
game.
The Mamba mentality right there.
Exactly, right there. That's literally the definition of Mamba mentality, bro.
That
He was
kinda-
locked in every single game. You know how hard it is to just, in work, in life, just anything, to be that consistent at whatever you do.
It's hard, dog. It's the
It's almost
hardest thing to
impossible,
attain,
bro,
It's the
but he
hardest
did
thing to
it.
attain.
He did
Yeah,
it,
it's the hardest
so it's
thing to
not
attain, bro.
impossible, bro. But that's what made him very rare and who he was and who he is to this day with his legacy and everything he's done for the community and just the game of basketball.
So just continue going, dog, because that's on my last question, dog. Basically, Kobe's legacy, man. How should Kobe be remembered, bro? Because I'm curious to hear. We obviously all have him in the top 5. He's one of the best basketball players to ever live. He just left such a lasting impact on the community, and it felt so surreal when he passed. It didn't feel real to a lot of people, to me included. I thought it was fake when I first heard it. So when it happened, now 2.5 years down the line, Kobe's legacy still stands forever. But you know, what is Kobe C's legacy? What does it mean to you? Ka, tell me, dog. Tell me, dog.
I think it starts off with just that whole determination and that whole, as a whole, what you brought, what you left, what did you leave behind? Because yeah, it's just a game that we pick up, but it's like it shows that it's much more than that. Actually,
Right.
like as a human being, as a soul, everything that this man did, like whether it's making a sandwich, that boy would make the best sandwich. like you feel me? It's literally that's what the mentality is to me. Like
Make it
same thing with however you do in life. You feel me? You try to be the best at whatever you do, and it's not a pride thing. It's just actually like, yo, that's what gave him his fuel was freaking sitting in the ice baths and getting 32 workouts in before 6 a.m. or that boy slaying all the giants in the league at the time when that boy was freaking about to Shaq was about to depart, or was it him sitting those 3 years, first years in the league? Like
people don't know that, man. People forget that shit.
Struggling.
People forget that shit, dog.
Definitely a grind, man.
People forget that shit. That nigga didn't get to really pop off till his 3rd year in the league, dog. Nigga had to sit 2 years. Imagine if he got those 2 years. Imagine the numbers. Imagine the All NBAs. Imagine maybe All-Star appearances. Imagine maybe conference title appearances. Yeah. Dog, niggas don't really know, dog. What about you, man, family? What's Kobe's legacy mean to you?
His legacy to me, I would say, is just that of a person that never gave up and just was never content with success. Like, he was okay with enjoying the moment, but also he's back to work literally the next day. Like,
type shit.
And I feel like a lot of people lack that, even in today's world. You feel me? Like, they're okay with the one highlight of their life and don't want to build upon that.
Right.
And I feel like as people, you just got to grow. And that was the Mamba mentality, is to continue to grow, to continue to build upon yourself and to be greater than yesterday. You feel me? So I think that's what the Mamba mentality was, bro. Just always being a better you and always trying to strive for success and just build upon the success you already have.
Dog, that's beautiful, bro. I ain't gonna lie, that was beautiful, dog. And it goes to show that Kobe really had everything to him, dog. And he was gone too soon. And he had a second career that he had rolling, won an Oscar.
Right quick.
You know what I'm saying?
I love basketball.
And also, rest in peace to Mambacita and everybody else that was, in the unfortunate crash, because it wasn't just a legend that was taken from us. It was plenty of other people that made an impact in other people's worlds.
Right.
So, we want to pay tribute to all those people as well.
Facts, man. So, just to shut it off, my Kobe legacy moment, or how I feel Kobe's legacy should be remembered, is to really focus on your perseverance. I think Kobe dealt with so much that, obviously we didn't know. We're not Kobe Bryant. We weren't in his inner circle, but dealing with all the way from things like trade rumors to rape allegations. Kobe Bryant dealt with everything, bro. He dealt with everything, from inside the media to inside his family, rap albums to social media.
He was low key cold. I'm not gonna lie. That one song that he got out, bro. I heard that.
I'm not gonna say shit to that.
That boy has Nas on his album.
I'm not gonna say shit to that.
I'm not gonna say I listened to his song, but I've heard one song that was low key kind of cool. I ain't gonna lie.
I'm not gonna say nothing to none of that. I didn't listen to Kobe the rapper, but I watched Kobe the Hooper, and I've listened to multiple interviews from Kobe Bryant, and like I said, just the perseverance, the level of adversity that he had to deal with, because he got both strains of it. He got the mid 2000s where you had to kind of get it through the mud and get it through the trenches, and then he got the late 2000s where everything you have is under a microscope, everything you have is under a camera. So he really adjusted mid-era and was able to figure it out and kind of go out gracefully. Unfortunately, he's not here with us anymore, but on the basketball court, he went out like a super OG and showed that it didn't matter, man. At the end of the day, you can empty the clip, and at the end of the day, that's all you can do. But yo, man, that's a wrap. Episode 1, season 1. Shout out KDR. Shout out Rocky Dickums. Yo, plug y'all shit, man. Plug y'all shit.
You already know, baby. Wolfpack coming in less than 2 weeks. If you're a local, Show up. 8/24 Kobe Day. It's the first game of the season. Brian Piccolo Park.
Sheesh.
First game of the season. 8/24, baby.
You heard it here, dog. You heard it here. Kyle, play this shit, dog.
Respect. OG Kyle the Righteous on IG. 1089 Righteous Way project coming very soon. Album very long in the making. 5+ years. Just trying to get some traction. You know, sometimes you go through ups and downs of inspiration, but definitely still plugged in with potential music as well throughout the church, and steadily making content every single day. We breathe and we live it. We always on that creative aspect. Thank y'all for tuning in. Many blessings, and KDR has been a blessed appearance here on this episode. Uno.
Dog. And again, you know who it is. Cho Motion here. IG logo _Cho. We here with it, man. Project About Nothing, episode 1, season 1. It's a wrap. We appreciate y'all. Be ready for the next episode, cause shit coming hot. You dig?
Your blame, you mad it.
It's too late, you cannot have me back. I'm busy making money moves and dropping